and weather, right?
Were you at the Met? How was it?
It was good. It was good. It was my first one.
Really? Okay.
It was really good.
I'll kick it off. Very good morning, you beautiful souls. As we always say, welcome to it. This is your feel-good kickstart to a brand new week. It's Expresso. I'm Graham Richards. Welcome to it. How are you doing, buddy?
Welcome to it. It's a brand new day, and you know what time it is. My name is Taviso Makubela. Lots on the go this morning, right? What a way to jump straight into a brand new week.
Oh, man, I have to say, from my view on the balcony here in Sea Point, the fires ravaging Signal Hill and Lions Head, expect a lot of chatter about that today. Just go onto social media, have a look. So we certainly send out our thoughts and our prayers with everyone affected, most notably the 70-odd firefighters that were working throughout the night from the afternoon yesterday. Massive winds as well. So a bit of a crazy start to the week, but hopefully we'll be able to put it all in perspective. We've got the Unity Band in here and an unbelievably talented group of young people. Can't wait to get to know them a little bit better.
Absolutely.
But it is the start of a brand new week, so we want to be recharged, we want to be energized, and we want to look good. Kat, how are you feeling, buddy? Are you looking good this morning?
Well, a very good morning to you. Yes, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. My name is Katlego Maboe, and great to have your company as we start the brand new week. Yes, lads, feeling very, very good. I think everyone over the weekend had a great Met. There was styling on the red carpet, but of course, we also keep it styling here in the studio. That's why Nick is here, okay? Nick is here to keep us fashionably flawless. That was your cue, sir.
Listen, did you watch my segment the other day about the Pantone color of the year?
Yes, living coral, right? Living coral is the Pantone color of the year. Is this it? I was actually wondering.
It's a variation.
Yes.
Variation. So Willie's doing the things.
Yeah, it feels
the Pantone color of the year.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It feels good wearing it. I've got to tell you that. Like, there's something about this color that just gives and breathes life.
Totally, and it pops. It really pops. You do something really understated and neutral, whether it's a black or a white underneath, and then you let the color speak.
Especially when you got that mocha frappuccino.
Oh gosh, she is on today. Listen, that's too early for me. But listen, what I thought as well, Willie's has an incredible line of bomber jackets.
Yeah,
now, in places like Johannesburg, where it's a bit cooler today, you can actually feel free to layer. I know it's summertime.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with bomber jackets.
I would do a bomber jacket.
How cool do you look?
Any day. I love a bomber
this.
jacket, man.
Look at this. You see what I mean? A bomber, guys, is a staple. It's like that one piece of clothing in your wardrobe that you wear over and over, like a basic white tee, a pair of stunning indigo dyed denim jeans, and a bomber. Those are the three classics. Yeah. And you get so much wear out of something like this.
Oh,
man. How do you feel?
And you can wear it up, wear it down. I love it. And I love the chunkiness of it. There's something about a bomber jacket when you put it on, you feel like kind of...
Yeah, it's like, don't say chunky to me.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's a conversation. But listen, how sleek do you look? And it really took one addition. I mean, you looked good before, but the bomber has the power to like transform and up it. Much more streetwear vibes. Yeah, man. Right?
Style tip for the day, get your bomber jacket on. But let's take a look at the weather conditions all around the country. If you're looking at Johannesburg, cloudy conditions with showers and thunderstorms around can be expected. Temps will peak at midday, reaching a maximum of about 25 degrees today, with humidity decreasing as the wind does pick up, and rain is expected to clear up by tomorrow. But don't forget those umbrellas, you would be needing them. If you're going to Durban, 21 to 26, those are your temperatures, and intervals of clouds and sunshine with pleasantly warm conditions. A light breeze traveling at about 20 kilometers per hour during the day, but as that wind dies down, humidity will increase, allowing for a warm sunset. So if you want to maybe hit the promenade, temps remain at a steady 29 degrees throughout the day, and so enjoy some relief from the rain. Oh man, that's how you guys keep it all nice and green there. Summer rains. Going to Port Elizabeth, partly to mostly sunny conditions throughout the day. An easterly wind traveling at about 37 kilometers per hour can be expected throughout today, with cloud cover clearing up towards the evening and humidity remaining low due to the wind. So hold on to your hats, Windy City. And the Mother City, on the other hand, warmer conditions than the other day or the day before, with plenty of sunshine and a light southeasterly breeze traveling at about 13 kilometers per hour here in Cape Town, and wind speed picking up towards the evening, causing low humidity and temperatures at 35 degrees throughout the day. So do stay hydrated. And those are our weather conditions throughout our major cities out there. Let's head on over back to the G-Man. What are you doing, man?
Buddy, I'm injecting color into our world. In case you missed it, if you can't see the colors popping on the plates in front of me, it's all about injecting color, and by that I mean incredible health and balance into our diet this morning. We're packing lunch boxes for young and old. We've got the most amazing salad bowl here, and we're going to be using tofu this morning, keeping it light, keeping it healthy. I'm eyeing out some fried chickpeas in there as well. This looks amazing. Lots of crunch, lots of texture, and above all else, lots of color. And of course, B-Well going to be taking us through some amazing recipes this morning. So if you want to get those ingredients sent directly to you so you can cook along when we do this, you've got to SMS Be Well to 33728. We've also got Glory Bowl dressing. I have no idea what goes into that, but it sounds amazing. Then we're going to be injecting some more color into a protein-packed lunchbox for you to take to work, which is cool. We've got some beautiful steamed chicken here, and the colors really are popping. And then we're going to do that for our youngsters. And we know the best way to be able to teach your youngins how to eat well is for you to do it as well. So you can both pack your lunchboxes together. But if you want to get the ingredients list for that and start packing their lunches, you can SMS the keyword lunch to 33728. It's looking amazing. It's looking crunchy. It's lots of little things that your little one can trade off with his other friends at school. But we're going to keep it fresh. We're going to keep it crisp, and we're going to keep it healthy on a Monday morning. And in the honor of freshness and brilliant young talent, of course, that's how we're going to keep it on the entertainment front as well. So we've got a brilliant performer lined up for you this morning. It really is going to be the perfect way to kickstart a brand new week.
Yes, it is a brand new week, and the start of a brand new week means just getting yourself ready to take on all of those goals and challenges. And for me, that means looking into the mirror and going, oh, you look good. Come on, let's go and do it. But how do you look good? Well, trust this guy to tell you all about it. Nick Strelitz, of course, our all things around grooming, fashion, style advisor. Man, is that how you keep that hair looking so swag?
The mirror is my favorite place in the world. Just don't mind me.
What are you putting on your hair?
Listen, so Long Market Barber, which is a men's offering exclusive to Woolworths.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. All the products are vegan friendly.
Good, good. More sustainable. We like that.
But don't eat it.
Okay.
Should I try it, South Africa? As I get violently ill.
I like smelling products.
I love it's great.
Oh, that's nice.
And what's lovely about their products, they really think about the difference again. So something like a hair wax, it's ultra nourishing and moisturizing.
Yeah.
So this actually keeps the hair hydrated.
Because your hair does look very hydrated.
Doesn't it?
Like you've just jumped out of the shower, but it's, you've dried it properly, but it's, oh
yeah.
man.
And a lot of hair waxes have a tendency to dry out the hair actually. So this keeps it really, really moist as well, which I love.
Tell you what, I don't usually use hair wax, actually not at all, because my hair pretty much has a permanent wax in it.
Lucky man.
Show me how you use hair wax.
Well, listen, I mean, it's super easy. You don't really need to use that much, guys, because it is quite concentrated.
Okay.
So just a little bit of dab in the finger.
That much for all of your hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just a little on the fingers there, a little rub, rub, rub.
Yeah.
I like to get it quite evenly balanced because sometimes it gets a bit too clunky in the hair.
Okay, and then?
And then listen to this. This is the money shots. It's
money.
Look
At him. And that's,
you like it? But look.
Oh, man.
Guys, I'm obsessed.
Sweetly.
I'm obsessed.
Sweetly done. All right, what else do they have?
It's great, but listen, it's all beauty without cruelty as well. So none of the products are tested on animals, which in this day and age, Kat, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much animal testing into big products.
Cruelty, we like
great.
that.
Hair and body wash, which I love because it's 2-in-1.
You know what I love about that?
Yeah.
Because I travel quite a lot. When it needs to, or when you do need to pack a very quick bag, it's that boom in it instead of a hair and a body wash, two chunky bottles. Stop saying chunky.
One of the days South Africa, use it. Let us know on social media.
So I love that. Very,
I love it.
very cool.
And inexpensive because you're not buying 2 or 3 different products. You're just buying one key product as well. We talked about this on the show on Friday, but they've got a little grooming kit, which I absolutely love. So those fellas with the beard, I mean, I don't really have one either. We can't really speak. Should we just put this down because this doesn't apply to us at all? What I love is W Beauty and Long Market Barber are doing a promotion right now. So it's buy any 2 products, 20% off if you pay with your W Rewards card, which is free to sign up. Additional 5% if you pay with your Woolworths card.
Nicely done.
But guys, go check out the range because it really is incredible.
This. Oh my God, the moisturizer. Oh,
again, guys, for guys as well, people don't think, or men I think, have a misconception that they don't need to use SPF.
Yeah.
None of us have SPF in our moisturizers, guys, but you absolutely need to.
Should I try it?
Of course, please,
I
go
usually
ahead.
use about this much.
Feel it against the skin as well.
Oh, yeah. That's very, very nice. All right, okay,
and it's
listen.
not oily.
I tell you what, while I get this moisture on my face.
That's clean.
Nourish me. Let's head on back to the studio with Tabisa.
Yes, Kat, you better moisturize that face. Now listen, when we say to you that today you're in for a musical treat, it is in fact an offer and not a challenge. And the talent this morning is absolutely unbelievable. Tandeka from the Unity Band, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, it's so good to have you here. I mean, you guys have done such an incredible job straight out of the UCT, South African's College of Music.
Yes.
And you guys have formed this incredible group of young people. I mean, you sing everything from jazz to hip hop to Afro soul. What can we expect on the show this morning?
Well, this morning you can expect some Afro soul and a bit of a R&B jazzy vibe from our own compositions. We've written our own songs and we'll be performing our own songs.
I was listening to you a little bit earlier on, just doing your vocal warm-ups.
Yes.
Do you want to just give us that again? Whoa.
Ooh.
I mean, that definitely does tell you what type of music and what type of sounds you can expect right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And you're probably wondering where the smoke is coming from. It's definitely not from her singing. It's obviously from the mayhem that was the Signal Hill yesterday. And obviously the firefighters have been working throughout the night, around the clock, to make sure that they put that condition and that situation in control. We'll be bringing you all those updates throughout the show this morning. So stay right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right, getting those last little touch-ups done, and I hope that while you're waking up and getting ready, you're certainly feeling all of the feel-good vibes on this Monday morning. But of course, at this time, we do like to catch you up on all things local and international entertainment news. I know Tubbsy's on his way to come and check out and reflect on that a little bit, but I think one of the biggest stories right now is the fact that Lerato Sengadi, if you remember her, she admitted that while she was mourning the death of Double HP, that she had a lot of emotions in her. In fact, crying for some 89 consecutive days, she said this, and which is very understandable. I think a lot of us as fans as well are still reeling from the loss of the legend that is Double HP, and she must have felt it the most, being so close to him. The star shared, of course, with fans that for the first time in 90 days, she would once again listen to her late husband's music, doing it as a way to celebrate his life. In a touching Instagram post, she did say this, and I quote, "After crying for 89 consecutive days, mourning a love lost, on the 90th day, I chose to celebrate a life I was blessed to be a part of, one that has molded me into the queen that I am becoming. Today, I will play your music for the first time in 90 days and sing along like I always did before. So if the tears want to come back, they're just going to have to wait until tomorrow, because today, I'm celebrating you, Motuaka."
Oh, man.
What a beautiful tribute, eh?
What a beautiful place to be at as well. And I mean, you can imagine, I mean, she was really hit hard by this, the passing of Double HP, and to be at a place where she can go back and be reminded of him in that way, in the music, and feel joy as opposed to pain and sorrow. That is beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Sending you strength, Lerato, and thanks for sharing that with us. I think that also helped a lot of the fans out there just kind of feel like they're not alone in their loss as well. I mean, Double HP's music and his memory will live on forever in our hearts. Now, Tubbsy.
Yes.
When I say everybody, you say,
what are you singing?
Yeah! Oh my gosh!
No, wait. What is?
Dear World Universe, I apologize for Tubbsy not knowing how to carry on that song. That is one of the greatest songs.
Is that the Backstreet Boys?
That's the Backstreet Boys. Backstreet back. All right, come on, man.
I didn't pick that one up.
Not of your generation.
I'm not awake yet. Kidding.
For some people out there, this might be a boy band that your moms were grooving to back in the day. But okay. Great news, though, is the fact that they have now released their first album in 6 years. Okay, wow. In 6 years. It's titled DNA. And of course, if you don't know them yet, these are, of course, the gents AJ, Howie, Nick, Kevin, and Brian that delivered chart toppers since the 90s.
Yeah, they were really the sound of that time as far as boy bands were concerned.
Oh,
I'm surprised they're back with music again, because I thought that they were done, that they hung up their mics and they were not doing this ever again.
It's never done, eh? It's when you're part of a boy band, it's never done.
Yeah.
I know
so they're obviously going to be touring soon as well.
That's the
moms, guys.
Hold them back.
Are in for a treat.
Yeah. So this is the deal here. They're backing up the release of this album with a massive world tour, which now kicks off in Lisbon on the 11th of May, and the tour will then stop in cities around Europe before reaching North America in July. And in addition to releasing an incredible album, which they described as their favorite album yet, obviously, they could also be picking up a Grammy Award at the 61st Annual Grammy Ceremony on the 10th of February, and they've been nominated for Best Pop Duo Group Performance for Don't Go Breaking My Heart for their recently released album. So you drop your first album in 6 years, and then the Grammys are like, oh, we've missed you so much here, welcome. Here's a nomination, potentially an award as well.
Insane, insane. But look, we're going to set the tone for your day and hopefully for the week as well, starting off with a quote for today. And I think it's good to just sort of reflect on this, that back in the day when, comic books were out, they weren't as popular as what they are today. I mean, these days we've got conferences like the Comic-Con where they are really like...
items
all of those things. Absolutely. And especially if Spider-Man's, arch nemesis is Green Goblin, she's dropping iconic lines, okay, or is dropping iconic lines such as, listen to this, "We are who we choose to be." And that's the quote for the day as well.
Okay. I was waiting for it to go even deeper.
No, that's it. We are who we choose to be.
A villain of very short words.
Absolutely. I mean, it's absolutely ironic that something so profound should come from the mouth of a villain. But perhaps that's what the quote is trying to say, is that you are in charge of your life, your actions every day, all the way. They need to be coming across in that way. You get to decide who you want to be every single day, and you get to be that person. No one chooses it for you.
Absolutely.
So you are
well said, sir.
Who you choose to be. So we are all who we choose to be.
Absolutely. Right. Well, great way to start the day. So welcome to it one more time. It's Monday, the 25th. 28th. Sorry, I didn't mean to take you back to the day before you got paid. 28th of January. Let's get the show started. Roll the tape, man. Come on.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning once again. Welcome from the entire team. Let's dive into those national headlines. Starting here in South Africa first, the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, William Kize, has commended the turnout of potential voters who went to register at the 22,935 registration stations during the past weekend. Well done, South Africa. Donor funding now is needed urgently for the rebuilding of the historic Moravian mission station of Wuppertal in the Cederberg Mountains. Buildings were destroyed when a fire ripped through half of the village in late December, and 53 of the 113 homes were gutted. A little further afield on the international front, mourners travelled in their hundreds from far and wide yesterday to attend the burial of one of Africa's most renowned musicians, Oliver Mtukudzi of Zimbabwe. The prolific artist made 67 albums and created his own Afro-jazz sound known as Tofu music. Then authorities yesterday ordered thousands to evacuate from the vicinity of a dam which is at risk of giving way in southeastern Brazil just days after a nearby dam collapsed. At least 37 have been killed and some 300 others are feared dead. And finally, Hunter Esterhazen of Howick in KwaZulu-Natal turned 6 years old recently. She didn't want presents, just pet food, because she wished to turn her birthday into a good deed and help feed animals living at the Umgeni SPCA. Thoughtful little Hunter has inspired so many people with her birthday donations. On Facebook, there were umpteen responses to her kindness. Thanks for caring for animals in distress, Hunter. What a very kind girl you are, Hunter, an example to all of us for thinking of animals on your own very special day. The Umgeni SPCA also weighed in, saying, what a generous and heartwarming gesture. Thank you, Hunter. And if the Umgeni SPCA inhabitants could talk, I think they would surely have said exactly the same thing. On that positive note, let's dive into our sports. Unfortunately, not the best news to kick us off this morning. We start off with cricket. Pakistan beat the Proteas emphatically by 8 wickets in Johannesburg yesterday to see their 5-match ODI series now leveled up at 2-2. The 5th and final ODI takes place in Cape Town this coming Wednesday. In rugby, the Blitzbokke came close but had to ultimately settle for 4th place at the Hamilton Sevens yesterday, losing out to New Zealand by 29 points to 7 in the bronze medal match. In football, there were 2 major upsets in the Nedbank Cup round of 32 this weekend as Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates both crashed out. But a big weekend in tennis. Novak Djokovic won a record 7th Australian Open title as he beat Rafa Nadal by 3 sets to love in yesterday's final to take his Grand Slam tally to 15 now. And in the women's final on Saturday, she's unstoppable. Naomi Osaka beat Peter Kvitova by 2 sets to 1. We'll expand on all of those sporting headlights with Ash in just a moment, so stick around for our weekend review.
Thank you very much, Gia. Time to look at your temperatures across the land. Now, we've asked you to send us your sunrise pictures, and you have done so. We've got one from Navi Chati, who sent us this very beautiful sunrise picture from Park Rainy, where cloudy conditions can be expected with a light breeze traveling 22 kilometers per hour and reaching a maximum of 26 degrees today. And look at the temperatures across the country, starting off with Polokwane today, hitting a low of 15 and reaching that maximum of 24 today. Mbombela, you're in for a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 23, and a bit of rain today. If you are in Pretoria, you've got 15 and a high of 25. Johannesburg, 13 and 24. Mahikeng 18 with a high of 29. Klerksdorp's got a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 28. And Kimberley 20 with a high of 36. Bloemfontein 16 and 31. Richards Bay is cloudy today with a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 26. Pietermaritzburg 16 and 24. Durban 21 reaching that high of 26. If you're in Mthatha, it's 16 and 27. East London 21 with a high of 26. In Cradock 16 with a maximum of 36. Port Elizabeth 19 and a high of 26. Sunny in George today with a minimum of 18 and a maximum of 26. In Sutherland 16 and a high of 33. Cape Town has a minimum of 18 and a maximum of 33 today. Booster 16 and 37. Springbok 14 with a high of 36. And lastly, Uppington at 24 and a high of 41 degrees. Brace yourselves for some heat today. Your next report will be at 7 o'clock.
Look at those bright, sparkly eyes. There were some major shocks in the FA Cup. Millwall beating Everton this weekend.
Are you okay, Graham? Still
I'm not
Spurs?
okay.
No?
Crystal Palace beating Spurs, but the biggest shock of them all, Man United beating Arsenal.
How's
Can
that
you
a
believe
shock?
it?
Come on.
We're going to talk all about sporting highlights. Of course, the Pakistan drawing level with the Proteas. Then it's back into the kitchen for a protein-packed lunchbox for us, the grown-ups. We'll see you in a moment.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning and welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us this morning. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful Monday, the 28th of Jan. How's the year coming along for you? Well, listen, we know that in Cape Town yesterday, a devastating situation with all the fires happening out at Lions Head and Signal Hill in Cape Town. And the firefighters have been hard at work, raging those wildfires that have taken place since Sunday afternoon. So let's support the volunteer wildfire services for their hard work that they've been doing. Food supplies can be donated at the base, which is in Newlands. Now, please take care if you are in the area. We've got some photos here sent in by Grant Hines, Sophie Beckett, as well as Mike Elof, just showing what the situation is like. I mean, the fires were quite intense and quite hectic yesterday, and we do know that those firefighters have been working really hard. And so, you know, our thoughts and our prayers do go out to everyone affected in the area, as well as, of course, the habitat around the area. Garth says, good morning, peeps. I just want to say I am keeping them in prayer and that they should be calm. It's a sad story to tell. What a way to start the week. Sabelo Mkiza says, good morning, fam. I'd like to salute all the heroes who've been taking part in helping out in Cape Town. And we've got another one here that came through from Sama Arensa saying, hectic, praying for the firefighters, the animals, and the surrounding residents. Share your thoughts with them. Why don't you go on our social media using the hashtag Expresso Show, and remember that those food parcels and those supplies that they are very much needed can be dropped off at the volunteer wildfire services out in Newlands.
All right, well, let's again add our voice as well in support of everyone, especially the firefighters that have been toiling throughout the night. Those flames from our balcony just up here, insane, but we know that so many affected. So we are sending our thoughts and our prayers most notably. Let's shift gears somewhat now and turn our attention to another jam-packed, I won't say positive 3 days of sport this weekend.
For some.
With something to watch right across the board. I think all sporting fans got to gorge themselves with some amazing sport. In case you missed anything, I'm sure someone is here to revel in his victories this weekend. But let's start with our cricket.
Yes.
Great that the series is tied up 1 apiece. Pakistan absolutely dominant. Were they dominant or did we collapse yesterday?
It was a bit of both, because I thought the Proteas were well set with Hashim Amla and Faf du Plessis there. You know, they got to almost a 100 partnership. And then suddenly wickets started falling and poor shots were being played. And instead of applying themselves again and getting your eye in, it was a pitch where you couldn't just come in and hit through the line, you know. That's what Hashim and Faf did. They applied themselves, got them in, and that's why they both got half centuries.
And it's frustrating because they weren't that below par. I know it's frustrating when you're trying to set a target, especially at a ground like that. I mean, you were complaining about the pitch, and maybe there is really something in that because you want the ball to come onto the bat. You want to see lots of runs at the bull ring. That's what it's all about. But they just needed someone to set themselves again. Lessons learned. The first time we've lost in pink.
Yeah, it is, and it sets up the finale at Newlands on Wednesday 2-2. So Faf was talking and say about, you know, the pressure situation in a World Cup scenario.
Yeah,
so this is sort of a test going into that. But I mean, some of the shots that were played and just not applying themselves. And then even when the bowling came around, although it was only 160 odd to defend, I thought they could have tried something different. Maybe Imran Tahir opening the bowling, just something to mix it up because it's such a small target. You couldn't wait until Imran came on the 13th over, 70th and no wicket. The game was done by then.
I should have phoned him a little bit earlier. I should have taken the shoe off and phoned him a bit earlier. So most notable, Sarfraz Ahmed not there. So I understand he's back to Pakistan.
Yeah, a good call by the ICC. Fine, belatedly, almost a week later, for his comments towards Andile Pekhlukwayo. Totally ill-advised. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, man.
You can't say things like that. So well done to the ICC for the change.
But of course, we did win on Friday. We're not going to delve too deep into that, but a great performance by the Proteas there. Rain affected, so they did show that they can bat under pressure and do what needs to be done, but it's all going to go down Wednesday in Newlands here in Cape Town. That's great. Let's move over to Hamilton, way over to Hamilton. Fiji just dominant, but can we tip our hats to America? It's their third final now, back to back.
Although they got hammered in the final, but 38-0, but Fiji was serious force this time around. Against the Blitzbox in that semi-final, just a tackling just wasn't there on the day, falling off all the time, and even when they had the ball, sort of they didn't quite know what to do with it, you know. And it was just one of those weekends for Fiji where every offload came off, and you know every pass just stuck. Wonderful performance from him.
They've been clearly working hard in the off-season. Great to see the likes of Chris Dry back in it. Van der Kok, I thought, was titanic. The seniors there. Have we got balance back to our seventh side? It was a very young team that still did amazing things last season, obviously. But
it's not bad to make the Cup semi-finals, but obviously they've lost a few guys over the off-season, like Roscoe Speckman now playing 15s, Dylan Sage as well, and even before that, Quagga Smith. So it's going to take time for the new guys to come through.
But still, we're there and thereabouts.
Yeah, still in the mix.
We must be ranked fifth, fourth
at the
now.
moment,
So
going into the
up.
Sydney Sevens this weekend coming up, so hopefully they can do a bit better there.
Moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said Sydney. Let's take it over to Australia, where Novak Djokovic. I never thought that he would haul in the Fed Express, but he seems to be headed that direction. 15 Grand Slam titles now, just behind Rafa Nadal and Federer. And of course, he beat Rafa in the final.
Yeah, just the manner in which he did it, you know. 6-3, 6-2, 6-3. I think just over 2 hours. You don't expect that kind of. You expected a 5-setter, maybe going into 10-8 or something in the 5th kind of game, you know.
But this is his
himself,
tournament, man.
he himself said that was probably one of his best performances ever in a Grand Slam final. So well done to Novak.
And then, of course, Naomi Osaka beating Kvitova as well. She is, I think, going to be a force to be reckoned with. And then we don't have the time to actually get into it. So all I'm going to say is, well done, buddy. 3-1. Manchester United continue on this dream one. I think it's 8 out of 8 for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now at the helm. It's going to be very difficult to replace him at the end of the season, but some massive shock results coming out of the FA Cup. You can let us know what sporting action you were watching. Hit us up on all of our social media platforms. Well done.
Thanks,
well
man.
Done, buddy.
Well, early start to the Monday morning. Mark Anthony, fitness trainer and owner at Fitness Mafia, is here to get us started in a brand new week. He said he's going to put me through my paces in the second session. But first, let's start it off quite nicely.
Morning
Mark,
stretch.
good to have you, sir.
How are you doing?
Morning stretch is what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many of us wake up with lower back pains, lower back stiffness. So what we want to do is just release that before we do anything. It's very important that we get a little stretch out first.
Okay,
so
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Even skinny guys can also
walk
go
in towards your hands with me.
Yeah.
Put your body flat down and pull it up. Okay, keep your pelvis as low as possible and just hold it there for 5 seconds.
Wow.
5, 4,
That's stretching
3,
the core, right?
2, correct, and the lower back. So, okay, let's bring it back and hold it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what we want to do, we want to get really into the lower back.
Okay.
Stretch out the legs in front of you.
While doing this, how important is the breathing technique to kind
Breathing is very important.
Yeah.
Slowly inhale, always through the nose, and then exhale out the mouth. Try and push your knees down to the floor and drop your head for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat, bring your right leg over.
So stiff.
And then twist all the way and hold for another 5.
This reminds me of my days
4,
as an athlete there
3,
in the morning.
2, you were an athlete?
100-meter meeting. Yes,
100 meter.
Baba! Hitting
Awesome.
9.35 on 100 meter.
9 point. Other side, Cat. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So in case you've just joined us, we got Mark Anthony from Fitness Mafia. He's here just to get our morning stretch on
Hold that there.
before we do our major exercises.
Lean to the side, push the glute down to the floor. Hold it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat, pull your back leg up and hold it down.
Oh, who am I right now? Hey, I'm super athlete Cat.
5, 4, 3.
And come on, give me that motivation.
1.
Give me that inspiration.
Cat, let's take it to the other side.
And listen, even if you are not about to hit a major workout, this is a great way of starting your day.
Starting your day. Just loosening up, getting your mobility in. 5,
Sorry for the heavy breathing,
4, no problem. 3,
All right.
2, and
While
the
you
last
wind
one.
it
Back up.
down, you'll catch us a bit later on with Mark Anthony as we get into the day's workout. And he promised me it's going to be brutal.
4, 3, 2, and 1. How's that?
Live.
You good?
That's a good one.
That's a big one.
Cat, man, I'm glad you're the one doing that and not me. Now, listen, gone are the days of boring beige bowls. You know, adding colors and flavors to increase your nutrition intake has become so much easier than what we think. Right now, we have a delicious work lunch recipe idea just for you. This recipe is high in protein to keep you fuller for longer, and therefore it's a great post-workout meal option as well. Kat, come in here. Come in here. You have earned this. You have earned
it. My body needs nutrients.
Not even a sweat. You didn't break a sweat.
Listen.
Are you getting into this? Like, this is your thing now.
2019, I'm all about that life. Indeed, sir.
All right, so we're making something really delicious here. It's a protein-packed lunch idea. I've got some broccoli over here, some spinach. You've got some chicken over there, which is great for your protein intake. Red peppers, as well as some corn feta for obviously that added effect to it, right?
Yeah, this here is what I like quite a lot. Rich in vitamins and iron here. There's spinach and, of course, broccoli, also a high protein source.
You're going to love it. So I've got my heated pan over here. I'm going to throw in some olive oil.
Yeah.
There we go.
I didn't know you do the cooking thing. I'm quite impressed.
Sometimes I shock myself. Some chickpeas over here. Chickpeas. You throw those in here. Oh, yes.
Lovely.
You know you're cooking and you are good at it when you hear the sizzle. And then you throw in some spices for flavor. So you can choose whatever spices you want for good flavor over there. It adds nice texture as well. I've got lemon juice as well.
Paprika. And
throw it in there. Okay, mix all of this up. You can do that for me.
I'll do
help
that.
me with that.
Yeah.
So while you do that, okay, I'm gonna assemble this. Now we've got some broccoli over here. We've got spinach, we got chicken, like I said, corn and all of that. Gonna mix it all up. All right, let's start with the broccoli and then some spinach over there.
So you could actually make this like the night before.
Yeah.
Get it ready for yourself. Hit the gym or the park, wherever it is that you're doing your morning stretches. Then by lunchtime, come lunchtime, you are ready.
Yeah.
With your
meal.
With your lunch. And it's
so the key word here is lunch. If you want to get the recipe and the ingredients and the step-by-step process of how this is all assembled and made, lunch to 33728. Okay,
can I teach you something, Tabitha?
Teach me.
So once you've perfected your culinary skills, just get on here. Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy like a Monday morning.
Okay. So that's coming along nicely. I see the colors changed as well. This is the easiest part, obviously, because all you're doing is you're assembling, the different ingredients there. But it's a salad, and you want to make sure you have nice salad dressing to go with it. So we're going to make our own over here. Okay, so we've got some chili.
Yeah.
All right, gonna throw the chili in.
Easy.
In fact, not in there. I'm gonna throw it in here.
Easy, Tiger.
Chili.
The green is a lot hotter than the red.
Yeah, true.
Do your taste buds stand that?
I mean, I'm gonna try and test your taste buds for this. Mine can. Some lemon juice. You throw that in there. Okay. Lemon zest.
Yeah, flavor booster. Of course, your vitamin C was also packed into that.
Yes.
And then you just
throw that
mix
in
it up
there, a little bit more. And then what you're going to do is you are going to add some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, because it's going to just add something there. Okay, then you mix it all up.
And this is our key ingredient.
Mix it all up.
Nice one, and then you
mix it all up.
When do I go on with the chickpeas?
Just keep going.
Oh, okay, so they're not to be added yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, a little bit more olive oil. The keyword is lunch to 33728. Get the step-by-step guide of how to make this yourself at home. Okay, so give me the chickpeas.
Chickpeas, here they come.
There we go.
Are you just gonna allow them to do their thing?
There. Yeah.
Okay, so chickpeas, ahoy. I think that's about enough, because otherwise
it should be enough.
The bowl is quite full. And
then, of course, I mean, the thing about salad dressing is that it's really up to you if you want it nice and watery, or if you want to have it like nice and like this, how I've done it. It's totally up to you, and you can use your own discretion there. But I'm just throwing this in here so that it allows for a nice mixing.
Did you hear the one about the tomato?
What about the tomato?
Why did the tomato start blushing red?
Why did it?
Because he saw the salad dressing.
What? Who? Come on,
man.
Stop it.
Keyword lunch to 33728. Get that mixture over there, Cat.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the pan.
Thanks for that.
Do the tossing thing I just showed you.
You try the food.
Toss it, come on. Do it.
Hey!
Oh, Lord, that's...
Yes!
Oh, wow. Wow, okay.
It's a mess, but a good mess.
We've got just the cure for those blushes this morning. We're going to spread some of that Clover Crush goodness this morning. Danelle Renaka is going to be handing out some brand new school shoes to some very deserving young learners. Then you better tune in as they tune in. The Unity Band is here to kickstart this week on just the right notes. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Expresso on a beautiful Monday morning. If we haven't said it before, if you don't feel it yet, I want you to listen carefully. We love you. We really do love you, our viewers. And it's so important for us to stay in touch with you. That's why we love our social media connections. And that's exactly what social media is for.
Yeah.
So we always appreciate your comments, and we really do listen to what you're saying. We love the feedback as well. And we love the fact that so many people have weighed in over last week's content. There were some real high points as well.
Yeah, there were lots and lots of those. In fact, I mean, we got a message yesterday. Stuart Kitten from Yoga joined us for our morning fitness, right? Not yesterday, it was last week, right? And Ewan enjoyed it.
As he does, yeah.
And Jenna Albers shared this cute photo of her two little ones working out with us. It's incredible. We really do become part of people's lives. We're in their lounges and are like family. Look at that.
That's so cool, man.
The form is incredible.
I was going to say, salutations, man. The form is really, really good. Are you in our lounge? Are we in your lounge? I never really know. So we know that the health and fitness obviously massively important. Sonia Kennedy also sent us a really cool picture on her way out of the house after watching Expresso, going for a run. And this is what she had to say. Thanks for a wonderful show. Thank you, Sonia. We love it. Motivation galore. The health talks, cooking and fitness segments. I do a 5-kilometer jog every morning. Thank you, Expresso. That is life-changing. That might change your life if you can do that, man. I absolutely love that.
And then you've also got something from Spaceman Dan, who was here, obviously, and then something happened.
You know, Daniel Kanema, Dr. Dan, he obviously spoke to us about the blood moon, which was absolutely amazing. A lot of incredible photos have been posted of it, but check out this one. It came in from Verity Barnes-Herbert, shared this incredible photo she took at about 6 a.m. in the morning. That is spectacular. I'd love to know what he shot that on, but how big is that moon? It looks like a scene from Star Wars, man.
It looks like unreal. Looks like a wallpaper.
Oh,
basically.
Cool.
Oh, man. Okay, so last but not least, we got a good morning photo from Tabi Feleb on Facebook, right? Who said that she is my cousin and would just like to holler at me.
Is she your cousin or is she just your cousin?
I can't, I mean, you know, maybe the photo is not clear enough. But, I mean, you can see that, yeah, she is my cousin.
There is a love. There is love there. I absolutely love that. Please show us a bit of a family tree. I'd love to see how these two are actually connected there. Thanks for sharing your early mornings with us. We love it. We love the fact that you keep us honest by sharing some of your feel-good moments, and keep that coming on Facebook, Twitter, and as always, use hashtag Expresso Show, hashtag cousin. All right, now let's spread a little bit of Clover Crush goodness this morning. The Crush Share the Goodness campaign has been one of the coolest things we've been able to be a partner of, I think, throughout the last few months. 10,000 pairs of brand new Smart Steps school shoes were donated to South Africa's children in 2018. And Clover Crush, they are doubling the goodness in 2019 as 20,000 children, most in need of school shoes, and there really is a great need, begin to step out in a brand new pair this year. So we were there to see Dineo Ranaka and the Clover Crush crew kickstart the new year of sharing. Love it.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Here at Thembalihle Primary is where businesswoman, radio and TV presenter Dineo Ranaka swapped out her heels for an entire school's worth of new Smart Step school shoes with the Clover hashtag Crush Goodness campaign.
I know what it's like to not have. I know what it's like to be a child who has parents that are going through financial lows. I've seen it myself with my parents. And also, I've grown to be a very grateful adult, and I'm very much aware of the terrible financial situation in many South African households. So partnering with a brand like Clover Crush to actually help out and release the stress, relieve parents of stress and children of stress, and restore dignity by simple gesture. Having something new gives you that feeling of newness. It gives you that feeling of worthiness. It gives you that feeling of yes. So we want to give these kids that feeling of feeling brand spanking new.
Well, when the learners saw Dineo Ranaka, entering their class, they only saw her on TV. So for them seeing her here, right here, so they were really, really, really excited and happy when they received each new box of shoe. I saw them screaming, literally see tears coming out from their faces because of joy that they have and because of the new pair of shoes that they've just received from Clover Crush.
The reason why we wanted to bring back again this year bigger is because we understand the importance of education and that at the beginning of the day it's very important that the kids get the pair of school shoes. Kids go to school every year, so it was very important for us to come in again and do the Hashtag Goodness campaign.
I'm excited because I got brand new school shoes from Clover Crush. I like about my shoes because they are strong, they can last me even a year.
My shoes were broken and now I have new school shoes. Now I am happy because I have new school shoes.
I will say thank you to Clover to give me shoes and juice to drink and shoes to go to school.
I love my school shoes because they are so nice, they are shiny, and they come from far.
It's absolutely incredible to witness how rapidly a little dose of goodness can spread. Remembering to do good and to share the goodness, it really is contagious, like fast, proper fast.
They weren't done yet. Next, Danail and Crush shared the goodness with Orlando Children's Home and their director, Miriam Mazibuko.
Every morning, I say, God, help me to touch the lives of the little ones so that they can be positive about life, they can grow up positively, and they can be better adults of tomorrow. Thank you for joining me in touching the lives positively of these little ones that we are taking care of.
I always think, what if my kids had less? What if my kids didn't have the opportunities that they have? It's a reality for many children. And for me, it's also a very big, important thing as a parent to teach my children, be grateful for what you have, and with what you have, share with those that don't have as much as you have.
That is so beautiful, hey, Graham. Yeah, I'm like, that is so beautiful. It's a dose of goodness, and we know that it can go as far as you want it to. Now, join with hashtag Crush Goodness and be there to grow this goodness culture in South Africa. From nominations made by you on this show, and we asked you, the public, a full 20 schools from across the nation have been selected to receive brand new school shoes. It's beautiful.
I love it, man. And we're going to be there every step of the way, excuse the pun, as our favorite celebrities. And the hashtag Crush Goodness campaign continues spreading goodness and lifting spirits around South Africa. Well done.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, the goodness and certainly the feel-goodness continues after a short break. We've got the Unity Band with Tandega in lead performing for us on this Monday morning to kickstart the brand new week. Are you getting your tea?
Yes, please.
Very special requirements to warm up the vocal cords. Rooibos honey. Perfect start to the day. And then we'll also be reflecting on our Mandela Monday Hero, a great project that's happening in Mitchell's Plain to help the youth there by doing the basics right first, getting their homework done. Stay tuned for all of that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, live, large and in charge on a Monday morning, and always so good to have you join us at the start of a brand new day, as well as get to know our guest artists, which is what we're about to do right now. And we have the Unity Band in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, neighbors. Unity Band is here, led by Thanda Gadladla, lead vocalist. They were just sound checking early on, and you guys are sounding really, really good.
Thank you.
Cannot wait for the rest of South Africa to hear that. Let's talk about the Unity Band and when the unitedness became. Where did you guys meet and how did you decide to start this collective of young, talented musicians?
So we met at UCT, which is where we all studied.
Yes.
And Unity, who's actually the drummer of the band, was the one who brought us together for a performance class that he had. Because at college we have Wednesday classes where we all have to get together and kind of put on a performance. And he was like, guys, let's come together. Did the gig, and after that we were like, we're amazing.
Wow.
We love each other, and let's just start a band, baby.
Oh, it's starting a band, and it's doing so well. They're on national TV now. And obviously taking his name was just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. And the journey so far, what has it been like? I mean, describe the highs, the lows, the highlights.
Well, the highlights is we've recorded an album.
That's amazing.
And it's coming out this next month, basically beginning of next month. And yeah, it's just been such an exciting journey to see us growing from a school band, like a varsity band of just people playing in small venues, and now we have dreams about going overseas and performing at big festivals.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and just doing so many great things outside of the spaces or confines of the music school.
So with so many talented musicians around, who writes the songs? How do you go about going, guys, this is the melody we're going with. No, that's the bass line. Okay, this is what the song sounds like.
So, can sometimes be a bit tricky, to be honest. But what we've done with the first album specifically is that we each came with our own songs, and we presented a composition and said, okay, I want to present this work. And yeah, we basically took contributions from everybody, and that gave us the album. And now we're trying a different strategy in terms of, okay, I bring the bass line, this is the melody.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be wonderful, and I can't wait to hear that, the fruits of your labor. And of course, that album coming out on the 29th of January, I believe we are lying in wait in anticipation. And yes, I hope that you don't miss out on the live performance from the Unity Band right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Come on, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, neighbors, celebrate.
I love it, and they do sound amazing. So from those superstars who've already cracked the tertiary phase of life, let's take it back a few steps. There are two major concerns that we can often lose sight of when the focus is so firmly, I think, on matric pass rates alone. One is that we're not seeing how many children who started primary school have dropped out before even reaching matric. And the other is what quality education are those matriculants receiving for their 12 years of schooling?
Absolutely. Now, I got to find out. One young educator and her colleagues have set out to fix both those problems by dealing with whatever specific obstacles are holding each child back. Have a look. As Nelson Mandela once said, no country can really develop unless its citizens are educated. Today we meet our Mandela Monday hero for this week, Christel Cruiser, who is turning great minds out of this community of Mitchell's Plain through her free tutoring program.
From their Westridge-based library, Limitless Tuition achieves results by focusing on one-on-one learning to improve not only the grades of their learners, but to get them thinking for themselves.
Christel, what motivated you to start the tutoring lessons here?
Well, I believe education is very important and quality education is important, and I feel that today our kids are not getting quality education. The overcrowded classroom, teachers that have an overload of paperwork, language barriers within our classrooms, and these are all to the detriment of our kids, so our kids are suffering. So that is why I've started it.
What is the general background of the youth that come to your center here?
So they're coming from the broader within Mitchell's Plain. Even though it's hosted in Westridge, what we like seeing is that parents are actually coming to drop their kids with vehicles. So they're coming from areas outside of Mitchell's Plain. Anyone that's struggling, anyone that can benefit from these sessions. So it could be an A student that maybe just need extra assistance. It could be a very weak student who needs more than the extra.
So how does it all work? What subjects do you tutor them in?
So we tutor English, Afrikaans and Maths, as that is our fundamental subjects. That is the subjects these kids need to be passing, and that's obviously part of their curriculum. So that is what we are focusing on. Not many kids come with homework, but they want to be here because we provide extra exercises, extra information, and that they should know. We give it on their level, their grade, to kind of make it easier and fill that gap when they get into their classrooms, that they are actually able to understand what the teacher's talking about. We've started out with about 4 kids in the afternoon session, and that has grown to about 21 kids now, so that's a good thing. And our high school, sometimes we have 7, 10 students, and sometimes we have 5, 4 students coming. And I think because the mentality of our high school students is that I don't want to come and do my homework here, as the primary school, they see it more as an opportunity to learn.
So I didn't like it in first, but then I started seeing improvements in my work, and I started to like it more because I used to struggle in my maths a lot, but now I'm one of the best children in my class.
Why I come here is I'm improving thanks to the result last term. I got the code 6 for English. Maths, I'm struggling a lot with maths, and after the few sessions that I've had, I feel very confident that I might get a 4.
The thing that I enjoy most is how they help me with a subject that I really struggle with. So if I have homework, I'll come and I will say I'm maybe struggling with this.
What are your hopes for the youth who come here for your free tutoring lessons?
We hope to create independent learners. We don't want them to come here and kind of be stuck where they are. We want them to progress. We want to be at the stage where they can say, we can actually only come 1 day a session to the hub now because we are self-motivated. We're able to learn on our own. We're independent, and that is the type of growth that we hope for the homework hubs.
How does it make you feel to see the impact that you're making in the community?
Good, very, very good. To see kids greeting, they have that eagerness. We need to go to the homework hub, even if they don't have homework. So it's a very good feeling, and it's a nice process to see that kids don't actually want to be caught up in all the activities that are happening today. There are kids that want to come, they want to learn. So it's a very, very good feeling.
By zeroing in on any individual learning hurdles and helping each child to clear those, Limitless Tuition are setting every child's potential free. What more can we ask of teachers?
Ah, what a beautiful story, what a feel-good story. Isn't it amazing what sort of goodness we can achieve in our communities when we all come together? Ah, beautiful. Right now, the news with G.
Let's delve into our national headlines first. The Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Zweli Mkhize, has commended the turnout of potential voters who went to register at the some 22,935 registration stations during the past weekend. Then, donor funding is urgently needed for the rebuilding of the historic Moravian mission station of Wuppertal in the Cederberg Mountains. Buildings were destroyed when a fire ripped through half of the village in late December, and 53 of the 113 homes were gutted. Further afield, mourners travelled in their hundreds from far and wide yesterday to attend the burial of one of Africa's most renowned and respected musicians, Oliver Mtukudzi of Zimbabwe. The prolific artist made 67 albums and created his own Afro-jazz sound known as Tofu music. And authorities yesterday ordered thousands to evacuate from the vicinity of a dam which is at risk of giving way in southeastern Brazil just days after a nearby dam collapsed. At least 37 have been killed and some 300 others are feared dead. And finally, on a very positive note, Hunter Esterhazen of Howick in KwaZulu-Natal turned 6 years old recently, but she didn't want presents, just pet food, because she wished to turn her birthday into a good deed and help feed animals living at the Umgeni SPCA. Thoughtful little Hunter has inspired so many people with her birthday donations, and Facebook had a massive reaction. There were umpteen responses to her kindness. Thanks for caring for animals in distress, Hunter. What a very kind girl you are, Hunter. An example to all of us for thinking of animals on your own very special day. Even the Umgeni SPCA weighed in, saying, what a generous and heartwarming gesture. Thank you, Hunter. I'm sure if the Umgeni SPCA inhabitants could talk, they would surely have said exactly the same thing. Plenty of tails wagging today. And that's where we leave our news for now. Let's get into your sport. We kick it off with cricket this morning, and it's all level. Pakistan beat the Proteas by 8 wickets in Johannesburg yesterday to see their 5-match ODI series leveled up at 2 apiece. The 5th and final ODI takes place in Cape Town on Wednesday. In rugby, so close yet so far away for the Blitzbokke, they had to settle for 4th place at the Hamilton Sevens yesterday as they lost out to New Zealand by 29 points to 7 in the bronze medal playoff. In football, 2 major upsets in the Nedbank Cup round of 32 this weekend as the big guns, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, both crashed out. In tennis, Novak Djokovic won a record 7th Australian Open title to take his Grand Slam title to 15 now, beating Rafa Nadal by 3 sets to love in yesterday's final. While in the women's draw on Saturday, Naomi Osaka beat Peter Kvitova by 2 sets to 1. We'll expand on those headlines again on the top of the hour.
Thank you very much, Graham. We take a look at your weather once again. We asked you to send us your beautiful sunrise pictures, and here's one from Myra's Carola, who sent us this amazing sunrise picture from Balito out in Durban, where partly cloudy conditions can be expected with a light northeasterly breeze traveling at 18 kilometers per hour and reaching a maximum of 26 degrees today. A look at the temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane with a low of 15 and a high of 24, Mbombela 16 and 23, Pretoria, 15 and a high of 25. Johannesburg, 13 and 24. Mahikeng, a low of 18 and a high of 29. Klerksdorp, 17 and 28. Kimberley, 20 with a maximum of 36. Bloemfontein, 16 and 31. Richards Bay, 20 and 26. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, a low of 16 and a high of 24. Durban, 21 and a high of 26. Mthatha, 16 and 27. East London, 21 with a maximum of 26. Cradock starts off at 16, reaching a high of 36. Port Elizabeth, 19 and a maximum of 26. George, 18 and 26. Sutherland, a low of 16 and a high of 33. In Cape Town today, 18 with a high of 33. Worcester, 16 and 37. Springbok, 14 with a maximum of 36. And lastly, Uppington starts off at 24, reaching a high of 41. Your next report will be at 7:30.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
All right, we look at your traffic report for this time of the morning, 7:04. In Gauteng, Linwood, there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound after the Rigel Avenue. It's obstructing the left lane, so please do approach that area with caution. If you are in KwaZulu-Natal, in Durban South, on the N2 northbound, there is a protest happening. Protest action before Higginson Highway. All lanes are blocked right now, so please do find an alternative route this morning. And off to the trains. Wellington and Kraaifontein trains will be rerouted to operate via Monte Vista, and this is due to re-signaling work that's happening at the Cape Town station. I'll be back with another one at 7:30.
To your Feel Good Breakfast show after a short break, the Unity Band, yes, they will be doing their thing. I know you can't wait because we can't wait either. And then we get into our daily tech digest, taking a look at some of the latest stories that are fascinating us out there, including one of an English football team that'll be the first ever in the world to be coached by a computer. I wonder how many trophies they'll be lifting. But let's stay tuned for that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be right back after this.
Perfect.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on XABC3. And you know when you hear that tune, it's time for us to wish some really, really special people a big happy birthday. Now, rapper J. Cole was the first artist that Jay-Z ever signed to his label Rock Nation. And since then, he's made quite a name for himself as one of the best rappers in the game right now. And today, he celebrates his birthday along with Elijah Hood, who became a household name as Frodo.
I can't quite remember the taste of bread.
As Lord of the Rings, and of course Backstreet Boys member Nick Carter. Does anybody remember Nick Carter?
Of course you remember Nick Carter. The Backstreet Boys are back.
Yeah, they've got a tour in May.
They would be incomplete without Nick Carter. Huh?
No, they're awesome. This is the year of the boy bands finding their way back to mainstream. We absolutely love it. But more importantly, there are a ton of you guys, our most valued home celebrities, we're going to call you. And if you're not a celebrity yet, we're about to make you famous. We've got some amazing pictures and dedications coming in. So let's kick it off with Tanisha, who's celebrating her 8th birthday today. Look at that. She was ready for that photo. She was like, take a picture.
It's her 14th birthday.
Oh, no, that's her 8th birthday, man. 8th, don't age her too quickly. Then we've got Tiana, who is celebrating her 14th birthday today. Tiana, we hope you have a fantastic birthday. She was also ready for the photo, man. Love it.
Wow, oh, she's beautiful.
And also a happy birthday to Brandon, who celebrates his 21st birthday today. We hope you have an amazing day today, Mr. B. Yes.
Hello.
Dripping sweat.
Hello.
Ooh,
a whole snack on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And then also Elista would like to wish Christopher a very happy birthday today too.
Lucky there's a straw in that drink. Well, I'm going to say we're going to have to crop it, man.
It's apple juice, y'all.
It's apple juice, y'all.
Then we got Natalie, who would like to wish her husband Fabian a happy birthday for yesterday. Hopefully he's still loving life a day after his birthday.
And Bailey celebrated her 8th birthday this past Saturday. Happy belated birthday to you, Bailey.
Also, a happy belated birthday to Morton. There's Morton, who celebrated his birthday, and then we also want to wish Kyra also a happy belated birthday. She turned a whole 9 years old yesterday.
Gorgeous, man. And then Suhail celebrated his 10th birthday yesterday. Again, a happy belated birthday to you, my brother. Looks like he's enjoying his day. He's outdoors, he's loving life. And then another belated birthday going to Mulla, who celebrated his 10th birthday yesterday as well.
Hello, Mulla.
Oh, that's a scene stealer over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Mulla's the boy, presumably, not the pup. But we love you guys. Happy birthday. I hope you're feeling so special today. In fact, we organised a slice of carrot cake because we love you so much.
Thank you.
Now, would you like us to call you on your birthday? Well, simply send us your contact details and your picture to birthdays@kadova.tv. Let us know how old you're turning, and who knows, we might be featuring you right here on this big television screen. And she's got beauty, she's got grace, and she might also be saying your name on your birthday.
Exactly.
She's Leanne Williams.
Here you go.
Oh, wow. Hey?
So,
Well, let's celebrate the start of a brand new day with the Unity Band, who are about to perform live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, a song called Weakaya.
Clover Crush. 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man, it's a Monday morning. We're live, large and in charge, and always so cool to have your company. Thanks for joining us. And on this Monday morning right now, it's time for our daily tech digest with our resident tech expert, Brian Smith. And we've seen it all, right? Yeah. AI being implemented in a variety of ways in the modern world. But an English soccer team by the name of Wingate and Finchley FC
Sounds like a whiskey.
are soon to make history by being the very first team to be coached by a computer. What on earth is going on in the world, Brian?
Is that what it looks like? Is it just, how do they engage with it? At least
That's
give it a robot body, yeah? How does this work specifically? Because we know there's a lot of video analysis involved in coaching anyway. This takes it a step further, a few steps further. How does an AI coach work?
Definitely, and thank you. It's great to be back. So this is something that's really exciting. We speak a lot about artificial intelligence, and to your point earlier, how it's intersecting with different means and ways in our lives. And this is one of the first advents in which it's found a home in sort of supporting at least a coach or a football team in the sporting world. So this specifically is called an AI coach, and that name might be somewhat deceptive in the sense that it's perhaps better classified as a smart assistant.
Okay.
It's not a head coach. Not a manager. Not an AI manager.
It's not a Fergie 2.0.3.
Definitely. So what this does essentially is it's capable of absorbing vast amounts of data, looking at player positions, strengths, weaknesses, what the team morale is, for example, and it can deliver real-time suggestions to a coach or to an individual player through an earpiece. So think of it somewhat as a coach's assistant that's capable of processing a vast amount of information far more quickly than your average human being can.
Oh my good, that just blew my mind a little bit when you think about it.
Is it an unfair advantage?
Can your team afford it? Let's start there. But where do you think that this kind of technology could be taking the future of sports? Are we going to be seeing more super athletes that are more in tune with the finer nuances of gaming or of the game itself and being able to execute things that you couldn't perhaps see before? Like you said, the computer does work faster than the human brain.
Definitely. So I think with regards to football, what we'll see are in these early tests where this AI coach is deployed. Essentially what we'll see is it's analyze a team's strengths and weaknesses, for example, what strategies work best against a particular set of opponents, which players might need to be recalled and substituted. What it can even do, which is quite interesting, is that it can analyze a team's morale and deliver inspirational quotes directly to a player. Speaking broadly about...
He likes Jay-Z, let's drop a little bit of that, you know?
Specifically, what it could do more broadly is be deployed in different sporting arenas, all the way from rugby to cricket. And to your point earlier, it may form somewhat of an unfair advantage, but at the moment, it's not too dissimilar from what a coach would be delivering to a human player in real time.
The thing where it really comes to bear for me is you take a penalty shootout in a big cup game. They now know, they're able to track players' movements. They know that the top left-hand corner from a keeper's perspective is almost unsavable. They know where keepers are diving. You could literally, in the moment, be able to say, okay, kick bottom right, go for that 45-degree angle. He's only saved 1% of his things. Like, to be able to process that kind of data, where will this end? Where will it go? Do you think we'll ever see coaches replaced?
That's a really good question. I have an interesting answer in the sense I don't think we will. I think it'll always be a case of technology will supplement what we can do. And the reason I can say that is human beings are unpredictable and there will always be data and information that an AI can't necessarily process at the moment. For example,
can't feel, man.
Yeah.
From weather to terrain conditions and all sorts of different factors, there will always be a variable that technology just can't quite keep up with.
Yeah, and I think the name Android Mourinho just doesn't have the ring to it. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm now beginning to understand Ole Gunnar, why he's doing so well. 8 on the charts. I don't know. Is he real? Is it even the real Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I don't know.
I was just thinking about it right now. Imagine you had this AI coach as like your online forex trading coach. So it's plugged into the system and it's reading the stock market and it's literally telling you what to trade, when to trade.
I hate to tell you that does exist.
Yeah.
We're making money today,
Where do I get it,
guys?
Where do we buy it?
So there's some of the interesting stories that have caught our attention from the world of technology. Let us know what you are sharing around on social media. And of course, always use hashtag Expresso Show so we can follow Brian Smith. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Alexis, make me a better footballer.
All right, so earlier on this morning, we showed you how to make that nutritious, colorful, protein-packed lunchbox for the adult. But today, right now, rather, we are switching it up a little bit, doing the same concept, but this time around, switching it over and making it for the kiddies. And who knows, this might even impress those picky eaters, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. There's something in here for everybody. So it's really simple. The most important thing is that you have these little lunch boxes, all right, so that you can pack it in there. I think it's cute. It's not too big, and the kiddies are going to love it because they can get and dip and do whatever they want. So we're going to first start off with making some beautiful chicken skewers. All you need to do is have your skewer right here. We've got some filleted chicken that we've cut up. We've got some red pepper. We've got salt and pepper to taste. And then for our separate lunchbox, we've got carrots and cucumber. We've got some cheese. And then we're also going to make a delicious sauce.
Fantastic.
All right, so shall we begin? Super easy. All you do is you take the chicken, and then you take the pepper, and then you take some more chicken, and then you take some more pepper, and so you go on. Not too difficult. But I can guarantee you that when the young ones open their lunchbox, this is fun and it's delicious, and of course it's just nice and bite-sized, and they can...
It is a nice interactive meal, I must say, I've got to say.
Exactly. Then the next one, when they take their little lunchbox, all you would do is you would take this, pack it with some carrots, some cucumber, and then some cheese, and this is absolutely delicious. You go nom nom nom.
But it's also really good for them as well.
Exactly, and there's something here for everybody as well. You've got crunchy, you've got cheesy, you've got all of that goodness. And then finally, our sauce, which is so nice. This is like a little dipping sauce, just to bring everything together. You want to be able to dip the chicken skewer in there.
I thought you were going to dip the entire thing into there for a second.
Well, you know, that's what I usually do every so now and then, but I thought, because listen, cremonaise, clover cremonaise is so delicious, you can really do that. So we're going to take about a cup of clover cremonaise right here.
The key word for all of this is eat. You SMS that to 33728. That's eat to 33728. You'll get the step-by-step process of what Leanne is assembling here and what she's got here. It's quick and easy, but get the recipe on 33728.
Exactly. So we've got our cup of cremonaise and we've got half a cup of tomato sauce there. We've also got some lemon juice, which is going to give it that beautiful tanginess, and then some Worcester sauce. You can also add some salt and pepper to taste if you want. And you mix it all together. And once it's mixed up, it's going to be this beautiful little dipping sauce, which I guarantee you the young ones are going to love. And then you pop it in your little lunchbox over here, and you close that up, and they are ready to go. How cute.
It actually looks good, but without like...
And it tastes
obviously
good.
It's obviously really healthy because, of course, we know that we need to be packing fresh fruit and vegetables for our kids going to school, but without that making them feel like they really eating
exactly, and it's food that they can have on the go because they're running around, they're playing with their friends, they don't want to sit with big sandwiches. Usually, I used to bring those sandwiches home unopened because I just want things that I could pop and crunchy and delicious, and I think this is a great way to do it.
They'll definitely eat this. SMS EAT to 33728 and get all the ingredients and the step-by-step guide of how to prepare this for your little ones.
Exactly. There you go, my baby. You are good to go for school today. Be good at school, okay? Don't give the teacher any problems.
Okay, so while those babies are getting ready for school, how about getting them in front of the TV? Clear the table quickly. Mark Anthony from Fitness Mafia is here to get us started on a brand new week, getting our bodies activated and ready. All right,
yes,
sir.
Let's do this.
We've done the stretches. We're ready to go.
Right. Follow me.
Yes, sir.
What I need you to do, firstly, let's get the abdominal and core warmed up.
Yeah.
So we push it up, we put it down, and we drop a burpee. Give me a push-up. Hey. Give me 2.
There we go.
One more.
Down there.
Yep. Get your push-up nice and deep. And then we hold that, okay?
Yeah.
5 seconds. What I need you to do now is alternating your knees to your elbows. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me 5 push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the ball down. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Ball up.
Quick one.
Hold it over there.
Yeah.
And hold for 5 seconds. After which, core activation. Let's twist down to the side. 10, 9, 8. Keep the ball off the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last hold. If you can, slide it down in the leg and then secure.
Hey. Okay, there
5,
we go.
4,
Okay, non-secure.
3, 2, 1. Right. Drop your ball.
Okay.
Okay, so this works well when you have a partner with you.
Yeah.
Find anything, even if you can get a soccer ball, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're using a 5-kilo medicine ball today.
Okay.
Feet up.
Feet up.
Catch. Secure. Wow. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And we release.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, man. That's
Feel
what we
that?
do. Okay, that's, yeah. Core activation on lock. Thank you very much, Mark Anthony. Check him out on social media at Fitness Mafia. If you want to get your training tips, and especially if you're here in the Mother City, make a turn there at the gym. Always a great workout. We're going to take a quick break. I don't know why I'm breathing so heavily. That was like just 20 seconds of exercise. Goodness, 2019, where are you with my life? We'll be back after this very short break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3. Lots on the go still on a Feel Good Monday. All the extravaganza from the Met as well as the Unity Band performing. Right now, though, let's check in on what's happening around the world with the news.
Thank you so much, Tabi. So in the national news this morning, the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, William Kise, has commended the turnout of potential voters who went to register at the 22,935 registration stations during the past weekend. Donor funding is urgently needed for the rebuilding of the historic Moravian mission station of Wuppertal in the Cederberg Mountains. Buildings were destroyed when a fire ripped through half of the village in late December, and 53 of the 113 homes were gutted. On the international front, mourners travelled in their hundreds from far and wide yesterday to attend the burial of one of Africa's most renowned musicians, Oliver Mtukudzi of Zimbabwe. The prolific artist made 67 albums and created his own Afro-jazz sound known as Tuku music. Authorities yesterday ordered thousands to evacuate from the vicinity of a dam which is at risk of giving way in southeastern Brazil, just days after a nearby dam collapsed. At least 37 have been killed and some 300 others are feared dead. And finally, Hunter Esther Hazen of Howick in KwaZulu-Natal turned 6 years old recently. She didn't want any presents, just pet food, because she wished to turn her birthday into a good deed and help feed animals living at the Umgeni SPCA. Thoughtful little Hunter has inspired so many people with her birthday donations. On Facebook, there were umpteen responses to her kindness. Some saying, "Thanks for caring for animals in distress, Hunter. What a very kind girl you are, Hunter. An example to all of us thinking of animals on your very special day." And the Umgeni SPCA said, "What a generous and heartwarming gesture." So thank you, Hunter. And if the Umgeni SPCA inhabitants could talk, they surely would have said the same. What a wonderful way to end this news bulletin. Let's take another look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Casting as wide a net as possible. Let's kick it off with cricket this morning. Pakistan beat the Proteas by an emphatic 8 wickets in Johannesburg yesterday to see their 5-match ODI series levelled up at 2 apiece. The 5th and final decider ODI takes place in Cape Town on Wednesday. In rugby, so close yet so far away for the Blitzbokke. They had to settle for 4th place at the Hamilton Sevens yesterday, losing out to New Zealand by 29 points to 7 in the bronze medal match. In football, 2 major upsets in the Nedbank Cup round of 32 this weekend as both Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates crashed out. And in tennis, Novak Djokovic won a record 7th Australian Open title, claiming it was one of his best performances, beating Rafa Nadal by 3 sets to love in yesterday's final. While in the women's final on Saturday, power to be reckoned with, Naomi Osaka beat Petra Kvitova by 2 sets to 1. We'll expand on those headlines one last time at 8 o'clock this morning.
Thank you, G. Let's take a look at your traffic this morning. Starting off in Gauteng in Monument Park, there has been an accident on the R21 northbound. That's before Rietfontein Road, and delays can be expected in that area. Please approach it with caution. If you're in the Western Cape, in Gales River, on the N1 inbound, there has been an accident after the R300 turn-off. The left lane is currently closed and causing delays, so please do keep a lookout for that as well. Off to the trains, there is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes on the Cape Flats line. This is due to planned maintenance work, infrastructure problems between Hazendal and Pinelands, and sets out of service, as well as speed restrictions. So please take it easy and watch out for that on the Northern Line. Then now we shift over to your weather temperatures across the country. Starting off with your sunrise picture that we've asked you to send through. And Alec Nake has sent us this spectacular blue skyline from Bloemfontein. Alec, you can expect a morning shower and thunderstorms in certain areas, but clear skies towards the evening, reaching a maximum of 31 degrees today out in Bloemfontein. And your temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, 15 with a high of 24. Mbombela, expect some rain with a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 23. Pretoria, 15 and 25. Johannesburg, a low of 13 and a high of 24. Mahikeng, 18 and 29. Klerksdorp, 17 and 28. Kimberley, 20 with a high of 36. Bloemfontein, 16 with a maximum of 31. Richards Bay, 20 and 26. Pietermaritzburg, a low of 16 and a high of 24. Durban, 21 and 26. Mthatha, 16 with a high of 27. East London, a low of 21 and a high of 26. Cradock, 16 and 36. Port Elizabeth, 19 and 26. In George today, 18 with a maximum of 26. Sutherland, 16 and 33. In Cape Town, 18 as well as a high of 33 there as well. Worcester, 16 and 37. Springbok, 14 with a high of 36. And Uppington, 24, reaching a high of 41. Your next report will be at 8 o'clock, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
All right, so much like relationship goals, we all have property goals and dreams of owning that house on the beach or that penthouse overlooking the city, whatever it may be. Now, Private Property is encouraging you to share your property dreams to stand a chance of winning a whopping 10,000 rand.
Yeah, that's right. So to enter, all you have to do is visit privateproperty.co.za and search for your dream home. Then use the social media icons to share it to your Twitter or Facebook, and don't forget to tag @PropertySA with #PropertyDreams. It's really that simple. So why don't you go ahead, share, and you could win 10,000 rand with Private Property. T's and C's can be found on privateproperty.co.za.
Okay, we're taking a quick break
Wow.
right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, but also just taking a look behind us at all that mission happening with firefighters still battling it out, fighting the fires that took place on Lion's Head, as well as
And it looks like
Signal
on the other side of Lion's Head, helicopters still moving between the ocean and the mountains. So we send all of our thoughts to everyone affected, not just in this area, but everywhere else. We're going to take a momentary break. When we return, JP Sebastian looks like he's just stepped off the red carpet. He's here to take us through all of the big winners at the SAG Awards.
And then we take a look at all the glamour and the spectacular goodies that happened out at the Sun Met this weekend. So stay tuned.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. It's taken the world by storm, of course, happening last night, and with us the early hours of this morning. For those of us who have been up since 3 a.m., that's why we've brought the experts in to the building. JB Sebastian telling us more about the Screen Actors Guild Award.
Expert at, I think, just sleep endurance. I've been at work here in this place since 10 p.m.
I mean,
wow. Labels.
I mean, that's what we do for your entertainment.
Not get too excited, because I did the visual, so if these muck up...
No, they
we know
will
why.
not, JP.
We know why.
Speak it into existence. Just throw the monkey
the
at the
golden
screen.
up is the best I get. I
But
wouldn't
you
give
look-
Screen Actors for what I did.
But were you on the red carpet yourself?
This is... the boy meant to shave as well. He wanted to look good for you for South Africa, but...
Hey, man, listen, them ladies love that rugged look, man.
Give this man, like, supporting actor, please. He's, like, holding me up right now.
Listen, if Jason Momoa is anything to go by, we do like the rugged look.
That's what, that's what I mean. Yeah, all right.
Anyway,
let's get on with it.
I'm eating into my time. So, Screen Actors Guild Award. I'm still holding this comforting monkey in my hands. I'm going to do this for the rest of the segment. What I love about this so much is that you've got these other awards, and it feels very competitive and whatever. And of course, this one is too. But here, your peers are voting for you, and your peers are standing up for you as fellow actors, and so everyone is like heaping love on each other. And
Is this the one where actors feel the most respected? Like when you get it from the peers at the SAGs, that means a lot.
It's not idiots like me who are like, I thought this. No, like who cares about the critic guy on TV? So it's the people who you sweat with for months. But you know, it wasn't without a bit of politics and a bit of jokies here and there. So the presenter, Megan Mullally, I said that right, yes. She had a bit to say about women in Hollywood. Do we have a clip? Was JP successful?
JP did, yeah. Well, there it is.
To break new ground, Glenn Close played a wife, so that's new. Yeah.
She played a wife. That's new too.
Melissa McCarthy portrayed a woman who repeatedly apologizes and asks our forgiveness. I was like, what? This is groundbreaking. Emily Blunt played a nanny. And in another film, written and directed by her real-life husband, John Krasinski, Emily played a mom who wasn't allowed to speak. Yeah. I mean,
wow,
The
Megan's
forest-
just dragging people.
The forests of shade, but some of them painfully true, which
A
is why a lot of
wife
people are
that
like
wasn't allowed to
cringing when they realize that, okay,
I've
maybe
been so
she's right.
poetic at like 6 a.m. Can't
Yeah.
stop it.
Wow.
Well, I mean, she must have put John Krasinski on his place there. He's gonna, I don't know, feel a bit of sweat under the collar. Let me get into the categories,
Yes,
though.
the big winners of the night. Outstanding performance by a stunt ensemble.
This is one that I wanted to talk about because shame these poor boys and girls don't actually get some screen time of their own. They weren't at the main ceremony.
Yeah.
But they were good contenders nevertheless. This is an art that must be noted and must be respected. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp was there. The Avengers Infinity War. I don't know. Some dude had to double click and make it sound really good or something like that. Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Not sure who's watching that and I'm not sure how it got nominated. Black Panther. What's really cool about Chadwick Boseman is that he's a qualified jiu-jitsu practitioner and he really puts a lot of that stuff into the mix himself. Obviously getting down there with Michael B. Jordan, giving him the Wakanda whack. I don't know what I'm saying. But obviously Mission Impossible Fallout. How could people not respect this movie? Tom Cruise wants to die. Someone please hug him. Some of the most amazing stunts I've seen in my life.
Didn't he also break his ankle doing that jump
was the
and
shot
then
that
had
you
to
saw there.
run with his broken ankle?
Yeah, but unfortunately I don't have a clip for the winners for you, but you must know that Black Panther took it over Mission Impossible Fallout.
Wow, Wakanda forever!
Which is odd because there's so much CG where like whole fight scenes were choreographed, but then they replaced it with computer graphics, but it doesn't mean that they weren't actually good stunts as well.
And then in the category of outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role?
Male actor in a supporting role, we had in there the offerings of Mahershala Ali. We had Sam Elliott from A Star Is Born. Mahershala Ali, obviously from Green Book. Timothy Chalamet, everyone's dreamboat heroin addict. That's a weird sentence to say, JP, but that's what he plays in Beautiful Boy. Adam Driver from Black Klansman, who plays the Jewish detective pressed by the black detective to join the Triple K.
Wow.
Pretty dynamic sort of role you have to do. And then Richard E. Grant, who's in Can You Ever Forgive Me? Maybe he'll forgive the award ceremonies for not noticing these movies so much. I'm sure it's good, but it's not getting the kind of daylight that everyone else is. However, Mahershala Ali took it for Green Book.
Wow.
And let the man have his own words. He has a little bromance here with Viggo Mortensen, and it's actually quite sweet, and he speaks from the heart. Can we look at it? Did JP do okay?
I'm just really grateful to be amongst this fraternity of people, amongst this fraternity of artists who have the good fortune of getting to deal and wrestle with the human condition and trying to do that responsibly. So thank you so much. Viggo, it's just been an honor going on this journey with you. You're such a beautiful actor and an amazing person. And thank you for making me better.
We were just saying now.
Wow.
Like, he's so hectic.
Yes.
And that's such a bad way of describing somebody, but that's the best I could do right
I was
now.
just like intense.
Yeah,
I had
right?
no more words than that. There should be a category for best speech, and it should always go to Mahershala Ali.
Oh, no, Viola Davis makes killer speeches.
Cuba Gooding Jr. that one time, though.
Denzel Washington makes
Cuba,
great
like, the
John
music was
Travolta,
playing,
when he
and
said,
Cuba was like,
Okay,
no.
that was not an
Dazeem.
official category. Okay.
All right, how about outstanding performance by a female actor in a supporting role?
And for a supporting role, here you had, it was Emily Blunt, who we just saw getting dragged earlier. Amy Adams for playing Lynn Cheney, the wife to Satan, self-described by Christian Bale in this previous awards, Golden Globes. Emily Blunt was for A Quiet Place.
Yes.
Margot Robbie for Mary Queen of Scots, not getting the kind of daylight it maybe should. Maybe it wasn't too good. Only one nomination. Emma Stone for The Favorite. Rachel Weisz for The Favorite. But are these movies, you know, favorites on the other side of the Pacific, because it is an English movie, kind of getting put in the background here because it was taken by, although she's English, Emily Blunt for A Quiet Place.
Wow.
Best supporting actress, like everyone is expecting Rachel
Bro,
Weisz.
she was pretty good, though. That scene where the monster's about to eat her while she's giving birth and the child is like, I was holding on to dear life.
Kat and JP were like, for some reason, knaping. Like, what is it we know?
No, it's not even
Brilliant.
Oh, man.
Well
JP,
done.
thanks so much for sitting up since 10 o'clock last night, man. Watching and bringing these graphics and a great report, as you always do. Much
Is this
appreciated.
real?
Pinch yourself. It's real
out there?
life. You are looking fabulous on national TV. Those were some of the highlights from this year's Screen Actors Guild Awards. JP Sebastian, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, come on, come on.
Well, listen, Saturday was a spectacle of note out here in Cape Town as top celebrities, horse racing fanatics, and the best dressed in South Africa all descended upon the Kenilworth race course. All of this for the biggest calendar event in the social spaces. I'm talking about the Sunmet 2019. Take a look.
It's the day we've all been waiting for, the highlight of our social calendars. The Sunmet 2019 has taken Cape Town by storm. It's Africa's richest racing days. The celebs have come out to play. I can't wait to see all the fashionable outfits and, of course, everybody having a phenomenal time. I bet it's going to be a fabulous day. I'm here with a vision that is Minnie Dlamini Jones, looking absolutely incredible. Minnie, you look stunning. How are you feeling about the Sunmet 2019?
Last year, for me personally, was the best Met I'd ever been to. And I think this year, with Usain Bolt being back again, I mean, he was like, I'm coming back. South Africa's the coolest place I've ever been to. So I think it's going to really take it up a notch. I'm excited.
The biggest part for me is that with the Sunmet, we'll always going forward going to be celebrating African luxury. We feel that we've got so much to celebrate, and this year we then drilled it down into what's in the ground, those precious metals, because that's really what put Africa onto the map. So I think that it does bring different things together, but it gives people a little bit of creative license to put a bit of effort into their outfits.
This is the perfect theme for us. We did a little dance of joy, going, it's what we do. It's quintessential to every part of our collection.
No, this year's theme with the precious metals, obviously we're with a lot of metallic and sequences and all of that, and that's what we do. We're the sequence queens these days, yeah.
So we've been talking about the Sunmet 2019 for the entire week. We're finally here, and of course our fashion director, Nick Strelitz, here as well, doing the most and looking the most. Nick, take us through your outfit today. It's looking amazing.
Do you mean that, Leanne Williams?
I do. I mean that a lot. No, you look stunning. Tell us more.
Listen, I wanted to really do something quite avant-garde and different. I'm quite a minimalist by nature, but I thought this year I really want to fall in line because you know these beautiful people all over her are literally showing up, throwing in the kitchen sink. So I said to my friend Neo Serati, who's one of my favorite designers in Johannesburg, I want a skirt. Put me in a pleated skirt. But you know what, I really want to push the gender narrative on Expresso. We're always talking about gender fluidity. This is an age where there are no rules when it comes to fashion. So I really wanted to prove that.
The best thing you can ever do is just interpret a theme and make it make sense to yourself. So when I think luxury African metals, I'm thinking a bold woman, beautiful woman, South African woman. And I was like, what represents that? And I was like, you know what, that's the type of woman I am. So how do I come across like that? What am I going to wear like that? And I was like, gold, okay, it's a typical color. But you know what, let's do it regardless because that's my favorite color.
I actually have a stylist, Vadner Vessels, and he's amazing. So he helps me with all my styling, and we decided together what's the look, what's the tamarind green look, and it's all about not doing too much, just enhancing the qualities that you have and wearing something that's beautiful and simple and elegant.
Won Best Dressed for Queen's Play 2019. So that already kind of sets a precedent for the year because that's where people started to kind of look around. So I thought I'd actually feed into it and go a bit over the top as well as elegant today. So I went with the suits that's a bit of like a mustard gold to go with the theme of precious metals, but the fit is so good that I think, I don't know, I'm in like top 10 or something.
For me, most of the time, I just trust the designer and I'm like, do what you do best. I've seen what you can do, so go according to what you think would be amazing for this event. Your outfit is not complete without face beat and hair. Those are just as important because I could have put an incredible dress on and if my face is not done, then it's kind of pointless.
So it's not only about the celebrities or the fashion, it's time to see the real stars of the day, the horses, of course. And now it's the moment that everybody's been waiting for, the big race of the day. And of course, see who is going to come out the top winner. Let's take a look.
The Met's about, I suppose, about style, fashion, and some fabulous horses. And they are, at that time in their lives, the best in the land. So it's very nice to come and bring them here. We train in Cape Town, and it's good to be competitive on the day.
The Met has been unbelievable. We're just crazy people. I finally saw my first horses after about 7 hours. It's such a freaking party. You know, you put your cash on the line. I got this whole black book full of really bad advice. I pretty much lost everything, but I've had the time of my life.
One of the highlights at the Sun Met is the best dressed man and best dressed woman competition, where some of the country's most competitive fashionistas come out to see who is going to walk away with the top prizes tonight. It's all about seeing who encapsulates the theme to the best: African luxury and precious metals. Let's go and see who makes it all the way to the top. Another year, another smashing success. The Sun Met 2019 has once again proven why it is the ultimate event on everyone's social calendar. And if you don't believe me, you should just ask the man who keeps coming back for more, Usain Bolt.
Well, we're in our W Beauty Room. How much fun was the Met 2019? Absolutely gorgeous. Dr. Eve, I would have loved to see you there, but naturally you're just busy. You know,
I was in Joburg.
You were in Joburg doing the work.
Yeah.
Your eye that you've got on right now was a very popular eye at the Met. It was a beautiful bronze look. Everybody went for bronze. They went for metallics. So clearly it's an in thing. So you are wearing a very trendy look on your eye now.
Thank you. No, I must say, I had a look at your Instagram photos.
Oh.
You looked divine.
Oh, wow.
It's a combination of a nail and with you.
Yes,
and
definitely. Because she did my makeup on the day. Well, definitely, if you want to stay on trend, bronze, metallics, always a beautiful pop of color on the eye. And I think it's something that you can wear day or night, as Dr. Eve is showing us in her look right now.
Definitely wearing it all day long today.
Exactly. Well, she is here, and of course, it's Relationship Mondays. We'll get more into that after the break. Do not move a muscle. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show will return after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso right here at SABC3. It's a beautiful Monday. We're getting that Feel Good vibes going in. And right now it's time for us to check in with the weird news of the world.
Some proper weird news this morning. Absolutely love these stories because they are so nasty. We're going to kick it off now. This one, we've been laughing coming into this because of the story. A notorious anti-gay therapist by the name of David Matheson made the news in America this past weekend when he divorced his wife and came out as gay. Dun, dun, dun. So just to give you a bit of background, he's known as a gay conversion therapist. And he's created a number of widely discredited, obviously, courses that he claimed could change a person's sexuality if they studied them. Now, after coming out in public, he has acknowledged that his previous work was harmful to people, well done, and said in a Facebook post, I realized I couldn't stay in my marriage any longer, and I realized that it was time for me to affirm myself as gay. Idiot. Not because he's gay, because he's an idiot. Oh, my word. Anti-gay conversion.
All right, listen.
See if you can top that, buddy. See if you can top that.
This is a ridiculous one, and I mean, sometimes I think only in China. But listen to this, all right? So, a Chinese app encourages you to report people who are in debt, okay? So, yeah, the Chinese province of Hebei has launched a new app that is all kinds of disturbing. Certainly for me, I think it's disturbing. It says, as part of the country's social credit plan, the app shows the location of people around you that are currently in debt and encourages you to shame them. So if you were in debt, this app would encourage me to shame you by going, oh, Graham Richards, there we go, report.
You find me a person on this planet who isn't in a little bit of debt at this time of the year, especially in January. Just, yeah, everyone would be walking around, bing, 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 bing.
So it's called Map of Deadbeat Debtors. And it alerts users with a flash when someone who's in debt comes within 500 meters. And the idea is that people will be ashamed of being caught in debt and thus curb their spending habits. So
or just
walking around,
buy a gun and do damage to themselves because they lose all faith in humanity and life. Surely, how many human rights can you infringe in one app? I wonder if the banks are happy to have a massive drop in debtors and credit repayments and loan repayments and interest and.
Imagine someone without a job sitting at home and they're sitting going, whoa, 500 meters away, there's someone in debt coming into the area.
I feel so much better about my life.
Report.
Oh, man. Well, you can let us know what you thought of those two absolutely bizarre and very weird stories. That is the Expresso Weird News.
From weird news to great music right now, the Unity Band about to do it again live on your Feel Good Breakfast show. This song called The Onset of Dawn. way to start a brand new week. The Unity Band, that is their name. And if you're wondering where you can catch them performing live next, where will that be, Tandega?
24th of Feb, we're at Harrington's in Cape Town. Kazalabia, 21st of Feb, we're in Harrington's. And the 7th of April, we're at Jazz of the Native Yards.
And in as far as staying connected with you guys online on social media?
At the Unity Band ZA on Instagram and on Facebook.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much for the music. Hope you enjoyed it at home. Let us know. Thank you very much to the entire band. Click on to us on social media. Let us know what you thought about that performance. Hashtag Expresso Show, of course.
Thank you so much, Kat. In the national news this morning, the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, William Kize, has commended the turnout of potential voters who went to register at the 22,935 registration stations during the past weekend. Donor funding is urgently needed for the rebuilding of the historic Moravian Mission Station of Wuppertal in the Cederberg Mountains. Buildings were destroyed when a fire ripped through half of the village in late December, and 53 of the 113 homes were gutted. On the international front, mourners travelled in their hundreds from far and wide yesterday to attend the burial of one of Africa's most renowned musicians, Oliver Mtukudzi of Zimbabwe. The prolific artist made 67 albums and created his own Afro-jazz sound known as Tuku music. Authorities yesterday ordered thousands to evacuate from the vicinity of a dam which is at risk of giving way in southeastern Brazil just days after a nearby dam collapsed. At least 37 have been killed and some 300 others are feared dead. And then finally, Hunter Esterhazen of Howick in KwaZulu-Natal turned 6 years old recently. She didn't want presents, just pet food, because she wished to turn her birthday into a good deed and help feed animals living at the Mgeni SPCA. Thoughtful little Hunter has inspired so many people with her birthday donations. The Mgeni SPCA said, "What a generous and heartfelt, or rather heartwarming gesture. Thank you, Hunter." And if the Mgeni SPCA's inhabitants could talk, they surely would have said the same. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Touching on those sporting headlines one last time this morning in cricket, Pakistan beat the Proteas by an emphatic 8 wickets in Johannesburg yesterday to see their 5-match ODI series now levelled at 2-all. The 5th and final deciding ODI takes place in Cape Town on Wednesday afternoon. Then in rugby, the Blitzbokke had to settle for 4th place at the Hamilton Sevens yesterday as they lost out to New Zealand by 29 points to 7 in the bronze medal match, Fiji taking top honours. In football, there were 2 major upsets in the Nedbank Cup round of 32 this weekend as the big guns, Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, both crashed out. And a massive weekend in sport, especially for Novak Djokovic, taking his tally to 15 Grand Slam titles. He won a record 7th Australian Open title, beating old foe Rafa Nadal by 3-0 in yesterday's final. While in the women's final on Saturday, Naomi Osaka beat Petra Kvitova by 2-1. That's a wrap of your sport and a wrap of my contribution this morning. I'll see you again on Wednesday. You've still got an hour to savor. Let's get into that traffic.
Thanks, G-Man. Let's take one final look at your roads this morning. Starting off in Gauteng in Germiston, there is congestion on the N3 northbound. That's between Rand Airport Interchange and the Modderfontein Road. The average traveling speed there is 30 kilometers per hour with delays of up to 20 minutes. And if you are in the Western Cape in Khayelitsha on the N2 inbound, there has been an accident after the Spine Road off-ramp. All lanes are open, but delays can be expected there, so please do approach with caution. And off to the Southern Line on the train lines, there is an extended travel time of 40 to 60 minutes on the Southern Line, and this is due to planned maintenance work, faulty level crossing booms at Kenilworth and sets being out of service. So platforms 1 to 12 at Cape Town Station will be closed from the 26th to the 30th of Jan for re-signalling work. And off to your traffic. Now we've asked you, your weather, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you to Navi Chauti for your beautiful sunrise picture from Pakurani, as well as Myra Scarola for your amazing sunrise picture from Balito Art in Durban. And lastly, Alec Nake for your spectacular blue skyline out in Bloemfontein. And look at the temperatures across the country though. In Polokwane, we start off at 15, reaching a high of 24. Mbombela is at 16 and a maximum of 23. Pretoria, 15 and 25. Johannesburg, 13 with a high of 24. Mahikeng, 18 and 29. Klerksdorp, 17 and 28. Kimberley starts off at a low of 20, reaching a high of 36. Bloemfontein, 16 and 31. Richards Bay, 20 with a maximum of 26. Pietermaritzburg, 16 and 24. Durban today, 21 and a high of 26. Mthatha, 16 with a high of 27. East London has a minimum of 21 and a maximum of 26. Cradock, 16 and 36. In Port Elizabeth, 19 and a high of 26. It's sunny out in George at 18 and a high of 26. Sutherland, 16 and 33. Cape Town has a low of 18 and a high of 33. Worcester's got 16 and a high of 37. Springbok, 14 and a high of 36, with Uppington starting off at a low of 24, reaching that high maximum of 41. That's where you leave your weather for the morning.
Well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Dr. Eve is in the house on a Monday morning. Always great to see you, babe. We're talking loneliness in the digital era. Is that even possible when a simple swipe to the right or left could get you hooked up for the evening? How do you deal with this? Give us a call on 0214309881. And also, we're getting into the kitchen to make a delicious tofu salad. Healthy stuff on a Monday morning.
I could do that.
Yeah. Would you like to order something from Sis Princess? I'd love a coffee, Sis Princess, in the meantime. Do you have one?
Sandwich and hot water, please, Princess.
Healthy lady right there. We'll see you after a break. Thank you very much. There you go, Dr.
Try the new McAfee Low GI sandwiches. Cheese and tomato, chicken club, and cheese and tomato chicken roll. Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It's a Monday morning, and this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So good to have you with us. Now, while we live in an age of hyperconnectivity with all the capabilities of the internet and social media, people around the world are actually reporting feeling increasingly lonely, especially when it comes to their real-life intimate relationships. And so this exact phenomenon is, or of intimate loneliness, is what our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, who is a clinical sexologist and couples therapist, is exploring with a performance and exhibition alongside German visual activist Say Love this Wednesday at the Gus Gallery in Stellenbosch. Now, Dr. Eve does join us this morning as we ask, are you affected by intimate loneliness? How do our devices lead us to this gripping feeling of loneliness, and how do we then combat this? Our lines, of course, are always open to engage with you. 0214309881 with all of your questions and comments and more. And of course, you're welcome to engage with us anonymously. Dr. Eve, what a topic indeed.
Isn't
Intimate loneliness. Yes, and
Isn't
you're putting
it
on
amazing?
an entire show. So what can people expect from this show? You said it's an art performance that you're putting on.
It is. It's a really challenge for me. I'm very excited. I was invited by Say Love to come and join him for this exhibition that he's doing.
Yes.
His exhibition, he's a photographer, and he has got really an amazing body of work using mannequins, Kat, to actually exemplify the loneliness that we feel because of the social disconnect that we all have.
Yeah.
And the sex with things is looking at, is it because we're so digitally connected that we actually feel more lonely? Or are we lonely because we are so connected only online?
Yeah.
So I did have done a huge amount of research in preparation for my art performance, which is an experiential event. People are going to come into the gallery and it's for free. So if you're in Stellenbosch, come along to the Gus Gallery on Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. And you're going to have an experience with Say Love, mostly with myself, interacting and getting a feel of how disconnected we are socially and how hooked in we are to our digital worlds. So there is this dilemma in a way. I feel lonely, so I need to feel connected, so I get online.
Yeah.
But the more time I spend online, the less time I'm actually connecting face to face with people.
And that's the irony, because social media was created in order to connect us, to make us feel more closer together. You've got friends overseas, you've got family overseas. Now you have them on a Facebook or a Twitter or wherever it may be, and you can engage with them more. But now people are saying that they feel lonelier.
Absolutely.
What's going on? Why is it not hitting the mark? Is it because those, I guess, those online relationships aren't real?
Yeah. So there has been an enormous amount of research. It's been going on for a number of years, but it's only kind of coming to light now. And specifically, there's a woman called Dr. Julianne Holt-Landstadt, who's done the really seminal work around loneliness. And what she's looking at is the health implications of loneliness. And the results are astounding. Loneliness kills us. So people who are defining themselves as lonely and or isolated have got a higher risk of mortality. There is a 30% increase of cardiovascular disease and having a stroke if you do not have real-life social connections. We have got higher incidence of anxiety and depression if you do not have real-time social connections.
Yeah. A fascinating topic indeed, and that's why we're going to get our lines open. 0214309881. We want you to make a real connection with us and let us know how this phenomenon of internet loneliness or digital loneliness is affecting you, whether a device plays a role in your part or in your life in connecting you to the people that are most important to you. Give us a call. We'll be back with Dr. E very shortly.
Well, we're back in our kitchen making another delicious recipe, and we hope that your week has started off in an energized way, and we're going to continue with that by making a delicious tofu salad bowl. Not only that, we're also going to make a beautiful salad dressing that's going to be with that, with our Be Well canola oil that's going to make sure that it stays fresh and tasty throughout the day. All right, so you're going to be making our salad dressing in a minute.
I'm good at that.
Exactly. Oh, you're good at salad dressings now. Oh, I can't wait. All right, and then we've also got our ingredients. Now we're using tofu right now. Tofu really does carry flavor really well, and the reason why it's a bit brown or darkish is because we've basically roasted it with soya sauce, and that soya sauce has now been soaked up into the tofu. We've got brown rice, we've got kale and spinach, we've got beetroot, we've got carrots, we've got some sesame seeds, we've got salt and pepper to taste, and then we've got some chives here as well. So it's going to be absolutely delicious. This is all about layering, layering, layering. So you take your bowl. I'm going to put our brown rice on the one side over here, and then as you go, you can mix it up as you desire. You know? All right. So then we're going to do that. Then we're going to put our kale and our spinach on the other side. Right over there. This is so delicious. I mean, you want to start off your week like this.
This inspires you to just keep on a healthy note throughout the week.
Because you know it all goes downhill by the end of the week, so...
And the nice thing about a meal like this, you can really pre-prep it for the week ahead, right? Because nothing in here is going to go off necessarily. The key word here, if you want any of the ingredients or step-by-step guide of how to make this meal yourself, is Be Well. Send that to 33728 on SMS, and we'll send you that message, and you'll have that on your phone. Handy.
Handy.
And I mean, the really nice thing about Be Well canola, and that's why we really like it and push it so hard here on the show, is that it is the healthier option with only 7% saturated fats compared to sunflower, which is 12%, and olive, which is 15%, because it really is then the healthier alternative. And our canola oil is endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Ooh,
there we go,
nice.
So we are
that looks good.
Done. Yum, yum,
okay,
yum.
so now I'm going to make a quick dressing, right?
Yes.
My favorite, because it's really so easy to make. You just need a cup of the Be Well oil, so just a cup of that. All right, fantastic. You've got that in there. The rest of it is just water, so about this much water.
Wonderful.
Mixing oil with water. And then you're going to throw in some soy sauce in there.
Oh, we love
soy
our
sauce.
Yes.
See, changes color immediately. And then you've got vinegar. You're going to throw in some vinegar. It feels like a science experiment what I'm doing. It
does,
looks
yeah?
like
It
it
looks
as well
really
in the
cool.
process. Then you've got some tahini. Oh, I love tahini. Tahini. Tahini.
You
throw
are
that
just singing a
in
song
there.
for tahini.
Okay, so you're going to throw that in there, all that tahini. I love it that much. That's how much I love
The
it.
nice thing about our pure canola oil is that it's naturally cholesterol-free. It's very high in omega-3, and it's got a velvety taste, a buttery taste as well.
Some garlic. Go garlic, yes. And
Go
then some
garlic. It's your birthday.
nutritional yeast, okay? Which is really good. It's like a vegan option, a vegan alternative that's going to give you a nice creamy, cheesy feel to it without actually indulging in the cheese if you were a vegan. So that's really good for you. In fact, I'm going to hoy all of it in there. All right? And then, okay, now I'm going to mix it all up. Ooh,
wonderful stuff. If you
nice.
just joined us, we're making a delicious tofu salad bowl. I've already created the tofu salad bowl. It's got tofu, it's got brown rice, it's got veggies in there. The keyword is be well. SMS that to 33728. We will gladly send you the link to the recipe and the ingredients list, and you could be making this yourself. It's delicious, it's nutritious, and of course, so easy.
It's so good for you also. So good for you. Okay, cool. So you've got the salad dressing there. I'm going to throw some of this into your lovely tofu salad, Miss Williams. Okay, are you ready?
Are you ready? Lovely.
Nice. Okay, awesome.
There we go.
There we go. That's how simple it is. Be well to 33728. Get the link to the recipe, get all the ingredients, and really just go show off to your friends. Are we going to enjoy or later?
No.
Well, as we do every Monday morning, we engage in relationship talk with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, who, by the way, is on the brink of big things all around the world. Watch her on social media, okay, to catch up with what's happening. In fact, if you are following her there at Dr. Eve, you'll see that in her latest poll involving today's topic of conversation, she's asked the question whether you turn to your device for intimacy and connection. And 39% of you have said yes, you do. 24% and 24% say no, and sometimes. And 12% of you are unsure. Because we're talking about intimate loneliness and how a lot of people, despite the fact that we have social media to feel more connected, are feeling more lonely.
Yeah.
And during the break, we were talking about we need to define what it means to be lonely. Because you said it's gone so bad that people are dying from loneliness.
There's a high mortality rate without social connection.
Yes.
So the definition of loneliness is that of a subjective perception of being alone, and also that there is a discrepancy between how much social connection I want and how much I'm receiving. Isolation is I've got too few people in my world, because, you know, we've got kind of concentric circles, Kat. We've got people who we are most close to, and then your second group, and then your third group, and then your outer group. So isolation is I've got too few people in my inner circle with me, and also I desire more people, but I'm not getting them. And then I feel really lonely. So it makes you physically and mentally ill. And what's happened in England is a true fact, is that there is a ministry of loneliness because it's seen as such a huge health hazard that people are not socially connecting enough with each other. So I kind of want to challenge our viewers and say to you, why is it that you are not socially connecting more? What are the things that are getting in the way? Because we can't just blame technology and say...
Yeah, it's just a factor of many.
Exactly, it's a factor of many. Have you moved and found that you haven't yet established a network with other people? You know, people are very mobile today. Is it because you are marginalized or disabled, differently abled? Is it because you are LGBTQI person and therefore you are feeling lonelier and you're not connecting and therefore, you know, hooking into social media in a hope of feeling I am connecting with somebody? What are the reasons that you are feeling lonely? Because we know that people are feeling incredibly lonely.
Yeah. Is there a way in which one could use social media for the very opposite effect of what we're talking about, where it does really result in more valuable, tangible connections?
Exactly right. So we do not. This is not about saying, "Oh, let's throw away a device." It's not true at all. The purpose of using technology is to set up meetings in real life. That's how we should be using it. It's like, hey, hi, where are you? Let's meet up in real life. Let's plan to do that. Because the interesting part of this research as well, when we meet face to face, we are releasing neuropeptides that make us feel happier. Isn't that amazing?
That is, absolutely.
And it doesn't
we want to feel good.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that you are sexual with somebody. It just means that, just like what we're doing right now, we're feeling happy because we're eyes gazing, we're looking, we're connecting, we're seeing a lot of cues that are happening. So we're releasing these good feelings. One of them being something called oxytocin, which is just fantastic. Yeah. It makes you feel good.
Well, I'm getting my full dose of oxytocin just engaging in this conversation with you because it is so eye-opening, and I hope that it is enlightening to you as well. In fact, if you'd like to engage with us on this topic, give us a call on 021-430-9881, and we'll be back just after this break.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Live with love by Clover.
It's too much sauce. Get in here, Dr. Eve. Oh, man, listen, the performance that we have coming up for you is going to blow your mind. And we were very, very excited during the ad break. So much so that we went to the sound check and danced. But you'll know why later on. Right now, let's get back onto the topic of our relationship talk with our expert. On a Monday morning, we're talking about intimate loneliness. The fact that despite the social media that we have, all the different accounts you may have on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, a lot of people are saying that they are a lot more lonelier. Right? And we did say earlier on that there is a specific definition and from a clinical point of view when we talk about being lonely. What are some of those symptoms to know that you're lonely?
I just want to say as well that one way to avoid being lonely is to dance, just like you did. I mean, look what you just did. You just
that was amazing,
went like that, and
that
you
was
just
so
went
good.
Yeah,
so
look,
good.
But look how fabulous you feel right now. You're connected with others in a group situation, and that's what we need to be doing. So symptoms of loneliness is when I'm feeling depressed, when I'm feeling very anxious, when I am feeling as if I can't eat, I can't function, I can't go to work, and then you get the physical symptoms that come along with that as well.
Yeah.
And then there's the low self-esteem that accompanies that, and then you begin to isolate because you just believe that you're absolutely no good to anybody else. You know, we need to have validation. We need to have a mirror, Kat, where somebody looks and says, oh, you look really nice, you know, or I really enjoyed what you did, or that was great work that you did. And when we cut ourselves off and when we just can't experience that, that's when your health just becomes, you know, really problematic. So I think the strong message is if you're feeling lonely, and that can be in or out of a relationship, and I'm going to come back to that point, you want to do something about it. You want to reach out, because what we reach out for are things like alcohol, drugs, and our digital lives.
Yeah.
And that's self-destructive ways of dealing with feelings which are uncomfortable for us.
Yeah. We've got a caller on the line,
Yes.
Geraldine, joining us from Durban. A very good morning to you, Geraldine.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call. It's just hit the nail on the head with everything we've been discussing. I'm a pensioner. I can't walk to the shops because I've broken my hip 4 times.
Yeah.
I can't get to bridge. I can't get to Toastmasters. I can't get to the school where I was bursar, and it's just terrible.
Mm-hmm. So, Geraldine, at the moment, what are you doing for some kind of social interaction? Do you have perhaps people coming to visit you, whether friends or family? How are you finding your way around your social circles with the challenges that you're facing?
Well, the staff from the school where I was, a couple of them come and see me, but they've got their families and life as well, marking books, and they're also very busy.
Yeah.
But there's just no mental stimulation. And I've noticed that I just want to sit and stare into space.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us, Geraldine.
Whoa.
It's a very, very, I think, strong position that you're in to be able to share with that. And
absolutely. I really want to thank Geraldine for that.
And that just maybe prompted a question from me that if you're a friend or a family member of somebody who may be suffering from loneliness, being that person able to reach out, knowing that we as humans find it so difficult to say, I need help, I'm feeling very lonely, because it immediately in your own mind makes you look and sound weak.
Loser!
What do you say to the family members and to the friends of those people that are lonely and in helping them?
So we've got some people who are at higher risk than others. Geraldine, an aging person, somebody who's disabled or not able to be mobile, and the youth. Those are your high-risk groups, people who are more at risk of being lonely. Geraldine, your story, I'm sure, resonates with so many people. The moment that you cut off mobility and an ability to socially engage, you begin to feel that loneliness and depression that you can hear from Geraldine. So I love your idea of networking, you know, Ubuntu.
I tell you what, we're going to keep our lines open. One more chance for you to call 0214309881 to engage with our relationship expert on the topic of intimate loneliness, which we're talking about today.
Well, it's Relationship Mondays, and much like relationship goals, we all have property goals and dreams of owning that house on the beach or that penthouse overlooking the city. Now, Private Property is encouraging you to share your property dreams to stand a chance of winning a whopping 10,000 Rand.
That's right. Now, to enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and search for your dream home. Then use the social media icons to share it to your Twitter or Facebook fans or friends. And don't forget to tag @PropertySA with the hashtag #PropertyDreams. It's that simple. So go ahead, share, and you could win 10,000 Rand with Private Property.
T's and C's can be found on privateproperty.co.za.
Topic, which is intimate loneliness this morning. 0214309881. Give us a call. Are you dependent on your device for that social interaction, for intimacy? And how do you deal with the symptoms of being lonely? And perhaps are you feeling lonely? Because a lot of people don't admit that to themselves for fear of looking and feeling weak. Why do we feel weak when we have to ask for help, Dr.
Kat, we grew up in a society which tells us that you have to be strong, especially for men. You have to be strong, you have to be independent, and it looks, as you are saying, weak if you reach out for help. And one of the antidotes to loneliness is reach out for help. The Geraldines of the world, reach out to people. Don't assume that everybody's just busy with their families. We have what's called altruism instinctively in us. We want to be nice to people. It makes one feel very good to reach out and to connect with other people, because we both have that wonderful response of oxytocin flowing through and feeling good when we're interacting. So somebody's not doing you a favor. They're getting benefit from it as well. So reach out to people. The reason why loneliness is now so prolific and why we have a health, not we in South Africa, but in England, a Ministry of Loneliness, is because of the fact that there is a larger aging population. People are living longer, and they're ending up like Geraldines without mobility and feeling the incredible loneliness, which has health impact and therefore becomes a public health problem because more people are then having cardiovascular diseases and strokes and depression and anxiety, as I mentioned earlier on. So it's become a real issue. And then the youth. Why are the youth so lonely? This is a very interesting point that we may have to end on. It's because their parents are connected online.
Because their parents are connected?
Yes, and are ignoring them. Their parents are not giving enough attention to children. We always say, oh, the kids are so busy online that, you know, we've got to get them offline. Actually, I want to say to parents, you absolutely observe what you are doing and how much time. I mean, I got a weekly check. I was stunned. I'm spending 3 hours, 21 minutes online daily. I was like horrified. And that's not chatting and dating. I'm reading stuff, I'm Googling stuff. I mean, that's a lot of work.
For some people, it's just scrolling through timelines.
Exactly. So you know, your parents are online and they're ignoring and neglecting our youth. And that's one of the reasons why we have lonely youth.
Okay, so in summary, and I love the tip that you gave earlier on about using social media to affect our lives positively. One, in using it to say, hey, where are you? Can we meet at 1 o'clock for lunch, and actually go into that meeting of actual people? In what other ways could we use social media to a positive effect in trying to curb loneliness, especially in our relationships?
I think it's very important. Look, the fact is we are on social media. I never want to get rid of that. The fact is that we want to be able to express feelings, to be sure. I like voice to voice much more. You want to be talking, do FaceTime, do Skyping, so you get many more visual cues and more feeling of actually eye-gazing with somebody if there's somebody which is far away. Sending photographs, just really being more present in real time, but arrange to meet.
There we go.
We want to have those neuropeptides flowing through and feeling,
I like that.
Alive.
Thanks so much, Dr. Eve. Always much appreciated. And of course, if you'd like to attend that art or performance exhibition, it is on the 30th of Jan at the Gus Gallery at Stellenbosch. It's called Intimate Loneliness, a in-real-life experience. There it is. You can see it. Make sure that you get your tickets to engage further in this topic. Dr. Eve, see you next week. And as always, thanks, babe.
Well, we're back in our Woolworths Beauty Room. Absolutely loving it. Just doing a few touch-ups, making sure that everything is still looking good. But still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are going to be inspired by the youth through music after the break. And then we've also got the Rainbow Academy, and they're going to be showing more of their presentation of Sarafina. But Nick Strelitz is also here, busy trudging through the wardrobes. Nick, what is going on, darling?
Girl, I'm so excited. I'm bumping things left, right, and center.
You're bumping things.
Fashion just gets me going.
My favorite.
What? Florals?
I love this dress.
Is that stunning?
I love it. Yes, it's so light and airy. But I love the florals and I love the colors.
And what does Meryl Streep say in Devil Wears Prada? I think she says, florals for spring, groundbreaking. But what's great about florals for summer right now, which we're seeing in this stunning David Jones ensemble, edition, is pastels.
Yes.
Pastels
so
and
hot
florals.
right now.
And pastels are very in right now. And how soft does it make the outfit? It really just makes it really fresh. And the print is pop enough. So what a pastel does, guys, is it actually tones down the overall effect. So you're getting a popping print, but in quite a subdued, neutral tone, which I absolutely love.
I think I've got this dress in like every style.
It's stunning. And guys, a little preview, Miss Zoe Brown will be wearing this little bad girl on Wednesday's show.
I get it first.
Oh my God, it's competition. I love it. That's why I'm here.
And this one?
This one as well. So this is edition. Obviously, it's a sheer blouse as well, but I love, again, we're doing frills on the sleeve, a very 70s throwback. Woolies really is, again, about the difference. It's about those details when it comes to fashion, making it pop. Little things like a flared sleeve. Sheerness as well, so you can do a little bandeau or a bralette underneath, but don't go too braless. Because you don't want to be...
You have to wear a bra underneath.
Guys, come on. We're classy. We're classy ladies here in South Africa.
Yeah, that's just for the guys. The girls.
Okay. Oh, girl.
We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3 Live and giving you that feel-good on a Monday.
Because it's so good.
It's time to talk about the SAGs. They happened and JP's got all that action, all the things that went down at the SAGs.
Absolutely no fees, no sleep, and I have to feel so good, apparently.
No, dude, but you do. To be honest, I really have super admiration for your work, not just during award season, but all throughout the year when you think about how much time this man puts in to gather the information and give concise, critical, informed reports.
I'm
blown
trying
away.
to like condense a 2-hour movie for you into 2 minutes.
I know.
Anyway.
But let's get to it. So in the category of outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role, take us through the nominations, what impressed you and who ended up winning?
So male in leading role, obviously we had the Golden Globes were like 2 weeks ago. It was for Vice, Christian Bale, who is up and down on the weight scale. I don't know. I hope this man's kidneys survive. He gained like 20
and
for
his
playing.
heart, honestly.
But yeah, maybe he'll play someone who's dying of kidney failure at some point. Maybe that's what he's preparing for. Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born, such a raw, visceral performance. Rami Malek, you can say the same for, although he's like the singular pillar of strength in that entire movie. Everything leans so strongly on him. Viggo Mortensen, Green Book, the odds probably aren't as good for him given the Bradley Cooper thing and the Christian Bale thing. John David Washington for Black Klansman. Dude sounds so much like his dad, Denzel. And what an excellent movie to be a cast of, to be a member of. However, the SAG went to, for an outstanding performance by a leading male, wait, Rami Malek, sorry, I nearly said Christian Bale. Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Look at that,
you were just looking at some stills the other day. I know you see like a trillion things daily, but like to see from head to toe how the dude embodied Freddie Mercury.
He did super well. Very, very well.
Then you've got outstanding performance by a female actor in a leading role, which was a very interesting category.
I love putting the whole title there, by the way, rather than just best actress. It's outstanding performance, because like I said, these are your peers rating you. These are fellow actors raising you up. Emily Blunt was earlier nominated for supporting in A Quiet Place, which she won. Mary Poppins, so that's the second nomination of the night for an actress. Glenn Close for The Wife won at the Golden Globes, paired with Lady Gaga at the Critics' Choice. Olivia Colman for The Favourite. The Favourite Shame is being put out in the cold slowly but surely, not the favourite of the bunch necessarily, but maybe she did fine. Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born. Wow, first-time actor, incredible, like elemental, just raw performance.
She held her own.
And shame, Melissa McCarthy is doing sort of like this remodeling where you had this person who's usually a goofy comedian doing quite a thoughtful role. However, this time it went to Glenn Close again.
Oh, man.
The lady...
Sounds Lady Gaga.
Yes.
On her own this time.
Which surprisingly they had a tie earlier, but for still in her age, this lady has so much like vitality, so much force. Like the three of us look like we need
she's like
or
good
something.
to go.
She's such. So The Wife, maybe not my favorite movie of all year, but just that performance. Seriously, textbook acting.
All right.
JP must move along though.
Then yes, we do move along now to an outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture. Is that basically just best motion picture?
Yeah, but
I mean, at the Academy Awards.
Like you really got to look at what the chemistry was. So like you don't look at just Messi, you look at Barcelona, like and what a weird analogy, but nevertheless.
Great one.
So A Star Is Born, Sam Elliott, Dave Chappelle, Bradley Cooper. Anyway, Lady Gaga, Black Panther. You had Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Danai Gurira, Bohemian Rhapsody. Who cares about the other dudes? Rami Malek. I'm sorry, no one's going to remember the other guys' names. Constance Wu is such a cutie. The other gentleman, names evade me, but Elizabeth Ure, Maggie Ure, etc., etc. However,
who won it?
Winner went to Black Panther.
Hey, Wakanda forever. Now we Wakanda forever.
I swing so much on Black Panther at these awards because it's a good movie. And then sometimes I'm like, really though, like you want to consider it the greatest, although you got to think in this situation that these people have been shoved into a pop culture little artifact. They've got to do action, they've got to do emotion, they've got to do tick all the boxes, and they only have so little time to do it in because they're trying to introduce other caped crusaders in their spandex underpants all the time. It's not the same as acting in The Favourite or something like that. I'm giving them credit.
Okay, thank you.
They're multitasking.
No buts here.
Layers of multitasking, and I think that their peers definitely recognize the Olympic effort that needs to go into being
the generational importance that this movie was.
The moment, sorry. I'm cutting into Chadwick Boseman's time. He has some beautiful words to say about the moment that Black Panther gave us. Do we have a clip?
we knew that we had something that we wanted to give, and to come to work with every day and to solve problems with this group of people every day with this director, that is something that I wish all actors would get the opportunity to experience. If you get to experience that, you will be a fulfilled artist. Now, the question of, what's that second question? The question of, you know, will we be around? Don't give me the music. The question of will we be around during award season, I just have to say, you know, it's a pleasure to be celebrated by you, to be loved by you. And one thing I do know, did it change the industry? I know that you can't have a Black Panther now without a 2 on it. So we love you and we celebrate it.
Woo-hoo. Man, let that sink in, yeah?
The words over and over there, Black excellence. It's the time. Hollywood needs to hear that. These are the faces of the representation that people want to see. It's the world reflected. It's not a single idea of a world that is bygone and antiquated and atavistic.
And with all those wonderful words mixed into your dictionary blender, Wakanda forever.
Well, before
Thanks
that
so much,
happens, has
JP.
anyone told you how delectable you look today?
I don't know. Thank you, I suppose. Again, I need to pinch myself. This could be a dream I'm in. But I don't know. Looking at the suit, I kind of wondered, did Interstellar have a piñata in it?
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Listen, when the king of Wakanda says, don't give me the music, you don't give him the music, okay? Now, with January almost over, schools have long begun and many universities are following suit. The engine is still pumped with drive and purpose for 2019, and that's why motivational speaker, MC, and owner of Perez Empire Events, Vuyo Joboda, is hosting Motivation and Music, an event that will use music to inspire, equip, and uplift people into this young year. Vuyo joins Expresso this morning to share more with us. Show us some love, everybody. Some Vuyo on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Vuyo, so good to have you on the show this morning. This is quite an amazing concept. Before we talk about it, let's talk about what feeds your passion and your drive to inspire the lives of young people through music.
You know what, Leanne? My passion comes from the idea of loving and, admiring Africa.
Yeah.
I believe that as young African people, we have the responsibility to take forth this continent into greater heights. And I think it's my responsibility to be, the voice for the African young people, because I believe that we have the responsibility to take this continent in development, develop it economically, and just bring upon transformation towards our continent. And we are the voice, and we are the future of this continent. So as a young person, I think I'm the voice, but also I am, who's going to inspire other young people to tell them that, guys, we have the power within our hands, and therefore we can bring about change into this continent.
I love that. So why did you decide to, for this particular event, marry both motivation and music?
Music is a beautiful thing. Music is a healer to the soul. Yeah. Music, if you think of memories, past memories, memories that you're having now and memories yet to come, music is part of that. And so I thought, what better way would it be to bring an event that culminates music to motivation? Wow. First of its kind, I believe, and it's going to change and inspire many young lives. So
now,
I'm excited.
In the future, or soon to come, I see you also going to embarking on a tour of motivational talks to schools in Cape Town, along with 6 aspirational speakers.
Yes.
What will learners be able to take away from this experience?
Also one of my biggest passions is to instill and inspire the restoration of dignity upon our young people.
Yeah.
And I think this tour will do exactly that, into telling young people that, you are better, you are smarter, you are wiser, you are more powerful than you think you are. And I'll be going on this journey with 6 amazing, aspiring motivational speakers to different schools within Cape Town, just to ignite the passion back into the lives of the young people of this continent.
Oh, that's amazing. How can schools get in touch with you if they want to be a part of this tour?
So if you're interested in us coming to your school, you can just simply email us at perezempire.projects@gmail.com. That's perezempire.projects@gmail.com. And let us know, your school's name and when you'd like us to come, and we will be there to inspire you.
I love it. You've got such a beautiful energy and passion about you. And of course, I can't wait to see what else comes in the future. Thank you so much,
Thank you for having me.
Vuyo Jaboda on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Motivation and Music takes place this Friday, the 1st of February, at the Theatre Arts Admin Collective in Observatory, Cape Town from 6 p.m. You can RSVP by emailing vuyo.jaboda@gmail.com and get all the tools you need to create a prosperous and successful 2019.
Well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. When we come back, the Rainbow Academy, these wonderful young people around me, will be turning this Monday to a whole new level by presenting one of the most loved works in South African history, whether in terms of stage production or film. If you don't know what that is, let me give you a little clue. Whoa, 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 Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are all so good and so excited to have your company as we welcome the Rainbow Academy, and the class of 2018 is presenting one of South Africa's most loved works in film, in stage production, the production of the musical Sarafina. And here they are with the theme song.
Sarafina, we talk the way you talk. We body temperature begins to rise. Sarafina, Sarafina, you're the one. Sarafina, when you walk the way you walk, inspiration comes as you cover me. Sarafina.
Wonderful performance, guys. Check them out. 29th of February it is. Of January. That's tomorrow, actually. Get those tickets. The details are right there on your screen. And, of course, before we say goodbye to you on this Monday morning, it's time for our daily positive message from our friends at Neurobian.
Well, before we wrap up the show today, here is today's positive message brought to you by Neurobian.
And it goes like this: be kind. Kindness costs nothing and brings so much happiness. Did you get that?
I got it.
Be kind.
Right here.
Kindness costs nothing and it brings so much happiness. So be kind to everyone, be kind to one another, because through kindness you then bring in all that happiness towards yourself, right?
Exactly. I love that. And stop being a shady lady.
Well, that's actually for you. Be kind to everyone, including me, because kindness will bring you happiness. How's that?
Brilliant.
Good.
All right, well, bringing back all that shade into a moment of positivity. Really, really enjoyed that performance by the Rainbow Academy School of Performing Arts, and they present a production of the musical Sarafina from the 29th of January, which is tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Until the 2nd of February at the Artscape Arena Theatre. It's going to be wonderful, man.
Yes.
What made you guys decide to have this as your class of 2018 piece?
Well, you know, with it being Madiba 100 year last year and all of the celebrations going on with South Africa at the moment, and with the death of late Huey Masekela, we thought this would be the most fitting and appropriate production for us to do for our academy. And because it celebrates the youth and the hope that we actually have in our beautiful country.
I think one of those movies that, as a proud South African or expat anywhere in the world, you must have watched Sarafina and known what it meant to the country. How exciting was it for you guys as a team to put it together, to be performing those songs, to be doing the choreography?
It's been fantastic, especially because it's our crown jewel musical as South Africans. It's been wonderful as well, celebrating a truly unique form of music, South African music, mbaqanga. Fantastic. It's been a wonderful experience.
Yeah, no, excellent stuff. So details once more from the 29th of January until the 2nd of February at the Artscape Arena Theatre.
Yes, and people can book their tickets from CompuTicket or Artscape Dial a Seat.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Yes. Thanks for joining us very, very much.
Awesome.
We only do have a few
Thank
more
you.
minutes left of this, and I certainly want to get a full performance of that last song that you're doing for us, which is, of course,
Freedom is coming tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Get to your piano.
No way.
The cast is ready outside. Come on, get up off your seats. I know that you're going to be also, freedom is coming. Do it, guys. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Hey! 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 Africa.
mother city throughout the land. They are the Rainbow Academy. Check them out from tomorrow at the Artscape Arena Theatre. It's called Sarafina, one of the most beautiful musicals. One of the most, man, if you're a lover of South Africa, all things South Africa, you must go and check this show out. Thank you very much, guys. Beautiful way to start a Monday morning. Let's send it back to the guys inside. Hey!
It's time for your daily dose of feel-good. So good!
Well, it's time for our daily dose of feel-good this morning with some feel-good stories. What are you doing?
Raising that fist.
Okay, Chal, you do that.
Because freedom is coming tomorrow.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. We love that. All right, so this black Labrador, I love this story. You got to check it out. This black Labrador ran away, and when he finally decided to come back home, he brought a few friends with him. Clearly, he was planning a bit of a sleepover, but his owner just had to go with it. So check it out.
Hey, Goat, you want to get in my truck too? Come on, hop in there. Everybody just get in. Come on, get in there. Yep, hop in. I'll take you all with me. Yep, now I got a goat and 2 dogs in my truck.
I got a goat. Oh, wow, the dog just brought friends along, including a goat. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, that is so cute.
Huh?
That's
what you call a social Labrador, right?
There we go.
That is
there we go. I love it.
Well, listen to this one. We all know that when your friends help you stick to your New Year's resolutions, it's good. They mean well. But sometimes you just can't do it. You're just like, no, not today.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Look at his face.
He is
like,
not having
why
it.
am I even here, guys?
Wow.
Why?
He is not
He's just not. He's not there.
It. Oh my goodness.
He's not there at all.
Why?
Not there at all.
That is so funny.
Wait, so I actually asked this question on Instagram this morning, wanting to know how many people actually enjoy early morning workouts. Do you guys enjoy early? Because I want to encourage you guys to come and join me in my running thing that I've got.
Encourage us?
Yeah, like
2 days ago, we've been training.
No.
Leanne,
It's
hold
early
on.
mornings.
Hold on, Leanne.
Oh, early mornings, like what time
hold
though?
on. No.
What time?
And also, I didn't start 2 days ago. Like, it started like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So in the morning, it's
But
about...
what time do you
But
want
it's
us
very
to join
early,
you?
Kat.
Hey,
It's
Leanne.
4
hey.
a.m.
Always holding with the shade. No, the idea is to be at the gym when it opens at 5, right?
Yeah.
And then get like a 20-minute run in before coming to the studio.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
So
But
that's
some of
what I
us
was
have
saying.
more panel beating than others. Like me, I can't do that at that time.
Yeah. Well, listen, tomorrow's going to be fantastic.
It's just so risky saying something to Leanne.
Ladies
I was being good about like my intentions were
on the show
good.
tomorrow.
Ladies and Mars going to be on the show tomorrow. That's going to be nice. Collide.
I hope
Criminal.
she performs it again.
That's
I love
gonna
that song so much.
wonderful.
Be kind, because kindness costs nothing
It's
and will
free.
bring happiness to you.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely,
We love
absolutely.
that.
And of course, we'll be bringing you a whole lot of feel good on our breakfast show tomorrow. We do need to go now, I think.
Yes.
We also have the SAG Awards red carpet roundup. Of course, Nick Strelitz will be there to give us the ins and outs of who wore what, his best stressed list, his worst stressed list. And
Yes, and we're also chatting about the premiere of 3 Days to Go, which of course is a star-studded lineup. Our very own Jonathan Boynton Lee from Top Billing is also in there as well, so that's going to be fantastic.
Oh, fabulous.
yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. We do say goodbye now officially. Hope it was so good for you to share our company, and we'll see you tomorrow bright and early. Goodbye.
Mwah. Ciao.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Never. Feel Good production.